Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
We go. Let's go. We're here. I'm over here fat fingering stuff. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully that OBS is going to act right for me tonight, other than the other video, but at least it picked up. So I see it's blinking red, green, but it's green right now, so it sounds like it's ready to go. What's happening, everybody? What's going on, man? Welcome to the GRG podcast. Going to have some really good discussions, not only for the stuff that you know that we're going to talk about, but also there's some other things that I was listening to earlier today. And man, I definitely, Ham Solo was involved with it. But then, of course, I had to reach out to my boy Lo, get him back in here because I wanted to go in full detail about that topic. And that was pretty much about politics and gaming and how do you, as the listeners, feel in it. I want to hear what the rest of the panel feels about it because I just thought that was a great discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I could have listened to that, for the rest of the evening. Like that was a great conversation. But anyway, there's other stuff here to get. There was some kind of some concerning news that just dropped. Well, I can't say kind of, it is concerning. I got some sour and I got some sweet. So I will accept that. The sour is about Stalker 2, and their uncertainty of giving out having a release date. They just aren't sure. So we'll definitely talk about that. And then, of course, the sweet is something that we was watching, that'll probably be the first thing that we'll kick into. That'll be our first topic of the night. Is the Disney Showcase. And found out that Midnight Sun, something I've been capping for, is still coming out this year. I'm highly excited about it. Without further ado, let's get on to it, man. Let's introduce people, the panel, man, and let's first get started with the man of the hour, because I know it's early in the hour where he's at, man. Loke, appreciate it, man, as always, man. Getting up, man, coming in here, man, doing the Lord's work, talking about the video games, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling.
Still trying to get up.
Let's get it.
Still trying to get it. I got you. All right, and then the man, the old man, and the myth. I don't know if he's a legend yet, but he is a myth, and that man has been here for a very long time on this earth. So therefore, we have to give him his respect, pay the dues. Sir X-Man, what's happening, brother? What's going on, man?
I don't want no goddamn respect. Just treat me like everybody else, like I'm useless. Let's go.
Oh, man. All right. And then last but not least, man, this man out here, man, he is being Kojima capping. That's all he's been playing. Death Stranding, man. That man has lost his damn mind. No, I did see him play a little bit of NBA 2K. I saw that, but that man is... I was like, oh my God. So Kojima did bring the pew pew. So now I can get into that game and play it now, knowing that Kojima has succumbed to the darkness of the West and added those pew pews into the game, man. So what's up with you, Ham Solo? What's going on?
Man, Death Stranding was fantastic. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. It was fantastic.
So should it have been the game of the year? Because there's been people that's played it and beat it and said that game should have been nominated for sure.
You know what?
Of the West
for that time, sure, I'd definitely go up there and say that, because that game completely, like, once you sit down, cut the chatter of everybody else, and just dig into the game, it's intense. It's really intense. I mean, surface level looks like you're just walking around, right? Mm-hmm. Looks pretty boring. getting into the story and figuring out the mechanics of the stuff that you use to traverse, which I'm big in traverse in games. If anybody knows me as a gamer at all, which not very many people do, I love a game that can get you from point A to point B fairly quickly. And I like to be able to upgrade on being able to move quicker in video games. It's kind of like being able to go from walking to riding a bike in GTA to, driving a car. Remember, you remember the come up of CJ from San Andreas?
Oh yeah.
You had to ride that bike first. You know what I'm saying? I love a game that
shit.
can get you from
Here we go
point
again.
B fairly quick. Right. So and I like I mean just getting around in that game you as a character come from. It's a really well written story. It's a really well written story. It's just, it's a time crusher. So if you don't have time to sit down and play a crazy long game, then you're probably gonna become detached to that kind of game. But I know you can, Mega. I know you could sit down and grind. So I highly recommend you grind up into that game. Grind on.
Okay. All right, man. I will do so. I will jump on some Death Stranding, and I'll make sure that I will let Kojima know. Thank you for bringing the weapons. Yes, thank you.
Hey, Mega.
Yeah.
100, bruh. On that PC, I was getting a regular 115 frames a second.
Oh well, I have it on PC because I bought it on PC. I had it on PlayStation 4 because I got it gifted to me. But then I when I found out I got it on sale for PC. I seen drastic, 100% drastic in visuals, and yeah, it did perform for the little bit that I played because I only played about an hour and a half. Because that one sequence when you first start the game is an hour. And then, what I'm saying? Then I got to the point to where I got through that, and then you're back into your little home base or whatever, and I saved it at that point. So that's where I stopped it at. Got to go back, start playing it. But I seen how beautiful that game looked. That game is. Give big shots to Nix's. They put in. If it wasn't Nix's, whoever made that port for a PC, they did one hell of a job because that game is stunning. There's no doubt about it. I'll
man.
Yeah, and you know me. I mean, I sit there and I put like you were just saying. Like I just got finished the other day beating Soul Hackers 2. And so I did say on next podcast I was going to let you guys know what I thought about it. Briefly, give kind of a quick review. I give the game. I would have given the game what when we were all doing the predictions of where we thought these games were going to be rated at, and my God, how wrong was I on everything that I said? I believe, but especially Saints Row, but
Oof.
I gave Soul Hackers 2 like about an 83 or something like that. And I would give the game an 83, but there's this asterisk right there, right? Like, I mean, if people aren't familiar with how these dungeon games work, they can be very, very repetitive. And I have to give it, for my overall score, a 78. Because, and the reason for that, not because of the repetitive type of play, because it's kind of fascinating that it is repetitive, but it's fun because of the fact of how you manipulate and how you got to fight enemies with the demons that you acquire or that you can put together and fuse, kind of like a Pokemon card and all that type of stuff. I thought that was really fun. But when you get towards the end game, they wanted to get cute with like labyrinths, and that took the immersion away from me for a little while because I was like, oh my God, okay, another damn labyrinth. It was cool in the Axis, which if whoever played it, they wouldn't know what the Axis is, but it's an area where you're going into people's minds, and that is in a mind, it's all over the place. So I can imagine a mind going through somebody's mind that it would be a maze. So I'm cool with the Axis. That's and it also gives you a lot of. That's kind of like where you can go and find special demons, get extra things within the game. So that's an option for you. For the most part, I dig that. And then there was a part of the subway where there was some crazy, trying to figure out how to maneuver through there because there was somebody that put a hex and you had to find a way to get around. And I was cool with that. But when you got to the very end of the last map or dungeon or whatever that people want to call it, level in the game, they wanted to get cute with that. And that took the immersion, that dropped it way down for me. Like, come on, guys, you're bullshit. And then once I got out of there, then I was like, okay, now we're here. And then we get down to it. And then, it got back into the immersion of the story because the story is actually pretty damn good. The voice acting is spectacular. For English dub or whatever, I guess that's how you say it. When you got, they're doing a translation instead of speaking in English instead of in Japanese. Absolutely great. I love it. You get immersed with the characters. I liked every character, even though for a minute there, Melody, I think Melody or how you say her name, she was getting on my nerves a little bit. But then everybody came into their own, and I really enjoyed even the villains. I really enjoyed everybody in the game, and then the voice acting and all that. I thought the final boss was it was an emotional part of the game, and then also it was one hell of a fight. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to beat that boss, but it was gratifying because of it was epic. So I enjoyed the game. I recommend it to people if you enjoy turn-based games, and if you are familiar with Persona, because it plays more like Persona than it does anything else. It's just not as in depth. It's a version of Persona. But if you're not and you're intrigued, I think that this game might eventually drop on Game Pass. I do not know, but I would wait for a sale. I bought that game day one. I knew that I was going to jump in and wait and all that, but I would say wait for a sale if you're on the fence. And for the people who are like, oh man, I still want to give it a try, I still say I still recommend for just wait until it drops to about maybe $40 and then go ahead and get it. Or just wait and see if that game sometime drop next year on Game Pass or whatever. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. I put 125 hours into it. Yeah, no, it was good. That's my whole thought process about Soul Hackers 2. But yeah, anyway, other than that,
I wanna add more salt into your wound, your Death Stranding
oh my
wound. I've
God.
also been playing. I've
Oh,
also
there you
been
go.
playing the crap out of the director's cut. I was having a chat with Ham about it not being as good as, like, not being worth another repurchase. But then live while we're chatting, I actually Googled. The thing is, I didn't Google the changes because I didn't want to be spoiled. But then I read the changes and the additions, and it's definitely worth the repurchase for anyone that played it on the pure original PS4 version. If you
He's gonna
enjoyed
call it
that,
the POS. He was about to call it the
oh god,
POS.
oh god, the director's cut is definitely worth your money. So K Mega, that's two people that have been worshipping at the altar of Kojima for the last 2-3 weeks.
Wow,
Take that.
because you and Ham were all on Kojima's ass about less than a month ago. So that's pretty interesting. That is
About
very
what?
interesting. Well, maybe it was maybe Mindbender or somebody else, or maybe a guest who came on here or whatever that was saying that they weren't the biggest fan of Kojima. I thought it was.
Bro, that definitely wasn't me.
Oh,
That
okay.
was probably
Anyone
me.
That
that
was
told
Zoe.
me,
That's
That was
probably me.
Oh,
Zoe.
okay, so
that
that
was
was him.
Zoe on the other day. That was Zoe the other day.
No. That was yesterday, and we will not talk about what Zobe was talking about yesterday. That shit was anyway. Yeah, but shout out to Zobe. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy, but yeah, man, he goes way left. Just watch the video from yesterday if you want to know what the hell he was saying. Pretty wild. I would say go about maybe 30 minutes. He popped 30, 35 minutes and he popped in. Pretty fun. It was fun conversation, but yeah, he went. Yeah, but yeah. But that's good. Okay, so yeah, the more and more I'm starting to see more Xbox gamers and people who's starting to play it on PC as well, cap for it. So that's a good thing, because the funny thing about it is that PlayStation fans were all excited about that game when it first launched. But once people found out about that it wasn't selling, PlayStation fans jumped off, or I shouldn't say fans, but stands jumped off of that boat quick and never talked about that game ever again. And the only people that did talk about the game that beat it. So, and everybody who said that they beat it said it was a fascinating game. So I am intrigued. I do like Kojima. I think that he's an asshole in real life for the way that he treats people. You know what I'm saying? But But the man is very talented. There's no way that you could take away from his talent. There's no
Guys
doubt
like
about it.
Kojima and Kanye, they just reinforce that stereotype that we have that geniuses are just weird.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. That's a great point. And then Spider-Man said it was 505 Games. So I knew there was 505. That was the publisher, but I were they the ones that made the PC port? Because if they were, then they did a fantastic job. I don't know who made the PC port, but I mean, it's flawless. Well,
the PC port of Spider-Man is flawless too.
But yeah, oh yeah, but that we know that was Nix's. So that was good. That was good. I beat Spider-Man the week before last, and it was good. PlayStation gamers, or I should say stands, not the gamers, they overhype everything. That game is good. There is no question. It's good, but when people try to say that it's better than the Batman franchise, they're out of their fucking mind. Shut up, because it's not. It's comparable. It might get to that point to where it is neck and neck, but at this point, it is not there yet. It is very good. The game is solid.
The Spider-Man game.
Yeah. Well, I played both of them. I thought Miles Morales was better than the Spider-Man.
Gameplay wise.
Yeah, gameplay wise and story wise. I thought the regular Spider-Man. I thought the regular Spider-Man story was hit and miss.
It's too vanilla.
No, it wasn't that. It was the fact that it was. I caught that, but no, it was because at the end it was heartbreaking. I was like, oh shit, word, okay, I see where y'all went there, but it was too. The Mary Jane stuff was annoying, and it was too much of Miles. I think that it was cool if they let me play them once. But you just added more filler to something where I could have been still playing with Peter. Come on, man. You could have cut some of that stuff out so I could have got more in depth into the story. And so I still enjoyed it. I thought the music in that game is outstanding. I mean, it's a great game. I'm not trying to knock it, but the hype of saying it's the echelon. I see why the game didn't win. I mean, then he wasn't even nominated for Game of the Year. But it is definitely a good, solid title. I would recommend people, especially if you have not played. But anyway, before we get to the first topic, I do want to talk about Forge for a second because I don't know how many on the panel even watched it. So I'll be brief. I will say this, and I've said this before for the people who listened before, is that for everybody who's talked to me about that, that has interaction with people at 343 or, been in 343, whatever the case may be, they have all touted how spectacular Forge was. And so, I mean, for people I trust, or people I don't know that I heard from just sitting in a party or something, or whatever the case may be, I'm like, okay, I've heard it from all these people, but I think if anybody has not seen it, I would recommend you to go check it out. Now, they get into the weeds when it talks about how to make these things, put it together. I'm not going in there to play for. I mean, I'm not going in there to put anything together. I'm there to play whatever people make. Like, your imagination is going to be my entertainment. So I'm not going to try to build nothing. But it is very easy to pick up on if people just want to give it a shot. But they did a map of Halo 5, a redo of a map of Halo 5, and my God, it was incredible. And then just the other map, the first map that they showed right from the beginning of the show, they get into the weeds. It was good. It's really good. I do.
Yeah, it was the underground shopping mall. That was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. There Forge is going to be amazing because also if just this little stuff that you've seen that people posted with being in a kid's room, kind of like what you're looking at this game this gameplay that I got right here. It's like being in a kid's room and you got toys and stuff around and you got that going on, and then people just doing a like a Halo stage or a cyberpunk type of stage, which the cyberpunk type of stage was a Halo 5 stage, but it didn't even look like the Halo 5 stage because it was so defined, it was so advanced, like it was nuts. And so I can't tell you enough of how much I would recommend you guys to check that out, especially if you are thinking about getting into a Halo. And just so, because I think people will definitely jump back in. Anybody got any thoughts about it? Since I don't know if y'all saw it or whatever.
Yeah, I'm more there. I'm more like with you, K Mega. I just want to play some interesting stuff. Like maybe if I play something cool and crazy enough, maybe I might want to check it out one day. And who knows? I mean, there are things that I pick up and check out and I'm like, oh snap, this is actually kind of cool. So I don't know, maybe they make Forge that easy to kind of toy with. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely more or less just there to play, not really to create a game.
There. X-Man, you got anything that you want to say about it from what you said? You're just looking at it?
Not really. I never dabbled in Forge though. It looks interesting. It looks good, and I hope we can get some nice new maps in there. But like I said, I want 434 to make their own content from the previous, man. That's all. But I hope people enjoy
343.
Forge.
What up,
Okay.
Lethal Papa? What's up with you, brother? What's going on, man? Good for you to stop by, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I know that your boy Colt's over the podcast out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Colt.
Hey, Papa.
Yeah, man, it was good talking to you. It's been a minute, man. I know that you pop in every once in a while, so man, I appreciate it, man. No doubt. And of course, the mighty Goblin, who's been here from the very beginning. Love it. The blue was happening. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Spider-Man, coming on through. Hey, if y'all can share this out, this would be great because I didn't do anything. I've been lazy all damn day. I have not cared. I was like, I really was. I was like, my wife was like, are you going to get ready?
That's because you're getting old like me, man. You're getting old like me.
Well, no, what happens is when I take those breaks, because I took a 2-week hiatus. It did do
that was your
podcast.
birthday time. You're supposed to do that shit.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, getting back on that horse, man, especially if all the years when you do stuff, it kind of like, shit, man, am I ready to get back on it? I love talking, but that's what I love doing it. So that's the whole thing. That's the reason it gets me on. But yeah, no, I was like, nah, man, I ain't doing no gameplay. I'm just gonna show some old gameplay. I ain't doing none of that this week. I'll get to it next week because a lot of people just don't know. It's draining. It's draining. Like I haven't done a podcast like back to back in a minute, and then I did it with a couple of weeks ago. I was on Hams and Loke's podcast. Then I was on Fonzarelli's, and then I was on then of course I was doing Next podcast, did GRG. Then I did another podcast, and I apologize if I forgot right now back in my head. There was another podcast I did, and like it drains you. It takes.
Dude, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that this week, K Mega.
Yeah, it'll drain.
First time I've ever done 3 podcasts
it'll drain you
in a week. I'm feeling it, and I'm working, now, so you know how I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, and and I used to do that all the time. Used to do multiplayer. Used to do BGST. Then would do Next podcast. Then do GRG, and then I would most likely be on somebody else's podcast. You know what I'm saying, as a guest. So I would, but and would be working 60, I'm saying 50 to 70 hours a week.
Sometimes it makes you feel like you bit off more than you can chew.
Oh yeah. So it's just take a break, and then you get back like shit.
I know, we know Lethal Papa feels that because he's a monitor for everybody. Everybody.
Man. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? Him and don't forget about graphic guy. Like, man, he was doing
Oh God.
the
For
technical
teams.
stuff. Yeah, and then doing automotive stuff. Then he was also doing the podcast over there for the guild and all that. Man, boy, that's nuts.
We in trouble. Fahim in here. Oh God.
You know Fahim's gonna be in here. You know.
I know. All right, let's hit them topics, baby, because nobody really talking about Forge.
Yeah, I know. I got Lethal Papa said, "F those podcasts, that podcast shit." I've been asked so many times. I'm like, nope. I've been around. Yeah, Lethal Papa's been around from the.
He's been around since the beginning, dude.
Yeah, from the get, bro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it has been a minute, but like I said.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about the that came today. I want to hear your thoughts about it. Yeah, the Disney showcase.
It was short.
Was there anything? It was kind of like it reminded me a lot of what PlayStation does with their little PlayStation showcase or whatever. I was expecting it to be. It was very, very short. But
I know.
Let me go to him solo first on this one. What was your initial thoughts of the show? Was there anything that caught your attention that made you say, "Oh yeah, this is it right here," or was it a dud for you?
It was a dud. It was not exciting for me. I'm not looking forward to Midnight Sun. So
he said.
So I mean, and I mean, the only thing that was kind of intriguing was like that Captain America, like what is it, Black Panther kind of thing that they had going on in the show.
With Black Panther and Captain America.
And two like little side notes of like interest or things that at least caught my eye were the like Mickey Mouse driving thing.
The
go-kart thing.
That was hot.
And then also the side scroller kind of reminded me of the old Sega games. So that's the only things I took out of it that I was like, that's kind of cool. Everything else just kind of felt like being that it was only like really like a half-hour long show, I wasn't blown away, but I'm not like walking away like pissed. But I do give it a 5 out of 10.
So you said it was not, but I mean 5 out of 10. That's still
that's half and half.
That's a F.
It is.
That's an F. That's a failure.
It's a C.
It's an F, but you showed up to class and you did attempt. So, you know.
It's their first one. It's their very first show. So, I mean, you're going to knock them for their very first show?
All right. Am I supposed to give them a little bit of, like, pat on the back, or like should I rub their shoulders and say, man, you know what, great time for no, man, they got too much money for me to be sitting here like, oh man, like good job, buddy, like you get a what was it, a participation trophy?
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like some crazy person on Twitter and just beat the living hell out of and
you
call
gave
it
them an F rating.
Every single thing.
What he's trying to say, let me explain, Hans, please. What he's trying to say is they're financially up there with Microsoft. He expects more out of a showcase. Thank you.
Well,
I mean, he took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you, Sir X-Man. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. I mean, like I said, I've seen a couple things, just like you would look on a test. You'd see a couple answers and be like, man, those are some fantastic answers.
I got those.
But the other 7 out of 10 are just not good.
Wow,
they're bad. So you failed. But it wasn't. but I see what you're trying to do, and I commend you on trying.
Oh, I'm gonna
Oh
get
my God.
hey, my score is lower than that. My score is lower than that. You're
All
about to
right.
you about to really hate me.
Okay, so
You about
I'm
to
I'm
really
gonna
hate
say
K-Maker, he
me.
done handed you your ass, man.
I'm going
Your
to
whole ass.
I'm going to let the voice of reason Loke go last. So, Sir X-Man, you've already
Cause you
spilled the
you
beans.
know what I'm gonna say.
Okay, you know what I'm saying. So
Even Fahim said Disney failed. He said it. I mean, we agree on something,
oh
Fahim.
my God.
Nice.
For the first time.
I'm gonna shut this damn show off, and I'm gonna go in here and play me some 2K or some Battlefield or some
Damn.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I don't know, but I'm turning on the box. Y'all keep on saying some crazy shit. Anyway, no, go ahead. Okay.
K-Maker
Yes,
pissed.
sir.
Papa, give us your
hold
opinion
on.
by score, please.
Okay, so Sir X-Men, what do you? What
No,
was
you're gonna
your
let
grade?
Loco, remember?
No. What was your grade, bro? What was your letter grade of it? What did you
Oh, I
think? Was
get
there
him.
anything?
I get him a 3.
A what? A 3 out of what? A 3 out of 5?
Let me break this down. Let me break.
A 3 out of 5. I hope.
Let me break
Why are
this
you
down
surprised?
and why I relooked at it. I relooked because it was only half an hour. I looked at it 3 times back to back, and you know what I saw? Mobile game, mobile game,
Right.
mobile
Yep.
game,
Hot
mobile
game.
game,
Hot game.
mobile game,
Zero
Back to back.
mobile
Hot
gameplay.
game.
game.
The game that
Zero
I
gameplay.
was really I like the Avatar one, so they get a point for that. But what pissed me off was when you did an Avatar one, and it looked really good. It looked really good. I was looking at that first person shooter in there. They had single player story mode built in. They had co-op built in and all that. And then you say it's for mobile only. I'm like, what the fuck? That dropped my level down so much. I was
Can you
hoping that
say?
was coming to
Can you put
console.
any more emphasis on what you just said?
Yep,
What
it
What
was
did you just
mobile
say?
only.
What did
They
you just
had
say?
but they had a separate Avatar game that they were making for console.
Yeah, they're making
But it was
multiple Avatar games right
They're
now.
making multiple Avatar games, but they're making one that's totally different for the handheld and one that's totally different with no multiplayer, like they put
Thank you,
in
Yobi.
there. And hey, Yobi, and like what they put
What
in the
up,
mobile.
Yobi?
They showed the mobile having all the multiplayer, all the custom weapons. You know, they showed you can customize weapons. I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be hot. This is gonna be hot." And it said only for iOS and Android at the end of it. I was like, "That's not gonna be for console." I was not happy. Okay, I like the go-kart game. That's fun. We've been looking for a good go-kart game to go against Mario Kart. They get another point for that. But when 90%, or okay, I can go 70%.
90. Oh my God!
When 70%
Oh,
of your
70%.
games were mostly mobile,
What's the doing math here?
you know what I'm saying? Were mostly mobile. When some of those games look good enough to be console, that threw me off a lot. You know what I'm saying? I want to play my games on console. Some of them games you had for mobile were great. They could be on console, but you didn't do that. I know you're trying to get into the mobile market because that's where the money is for, DLC and all that. But guess what? Console and PC will give you, the same amount of money for all that extra stuff.
No,
somebody
I have to disagree there. I think the mobile market's a lot more lucrative than the console
don't
market
think
is.
about it. They just press yes right then and there. I know.
Yes.
But you're leaving out another group. You know what I'm saying? And
I would leave you out too, bruv.
Ain't that
if I'm Disney? I'm just saying, if I'm Disney, I'm leaving out console and PC gamers. Console and PC gamers can go jump off a bridge if I'm a shareholder at a video game company. Okay, I'm trying to make billions, and billions is on mobile.
Console gamers.
Blah.
If Loke was the CEO.
But my point about the Avatar thing.
Damn.
That's the thing about the Avatar thing, though. Mm-hmm. I saw a better game for the mobile than I did for when they showed the regular Avatar for console. That's what bothered me the most at all. That's why I gave him a
come
3.
on. Come on.
3.
No
That's
way.
I'm done. I'm done with. I gave you
No.
my stat.
Okay.
You can blue me. You can send me shots of fire. Whatever. If I was positive, I express my positivity coming from my point of view. Remember, I always say I base my look at things on my point of view, and everybody else can. If you give it a 10, K Mega, you can give it a 10, but that's your point of view. My point of view is different. I'll even go as far as, okay, it's looking good for mobile. I'll go as far as a 4. I'll give it a 4 for that, for the mobile people out there. But I didn't. But I didn't feel that it met the needs of me, a console and a PC gamer, what I was looking for. Yes, I do play games in the cloud on Xbox, but that's a third option for me. They didn't give these games a third option. Now you can go on, Loke. Thank you.
All right. So as I said, Loke is going to be the voice of reason. I know that he's going to come in here. Yobi! Yobi, you're always the voice of reason. What is going on?
What did Yobi say? What did he say?
Yobi said
What did he say?
shit was a 5. Trash. What?
Thank you.
What is going on here? What am I in the Twilight Zone? Okay, so
No, you're not. You are in reality.
Shots fired.
Let's go.
Let me jump in here real quick.
Yes, sir.
Quick.
What are we?
First off,
King?
when something is trash, it's not 5. Okay.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you.
I think we're getting the IGN / what's it? Shield Media takes or review scores here. When something is bad, it is below 5. It is like a 2 or 1 or 3.
I agree. The trash word is a little rough.
Right.
And that's why I didn't come at it like that. That's why I didn't come at it like that.
I'm just saying the score doesn't correlate with the word. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't say it's trash. So, K-Mega, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I did not say it was trash.
Yeah, okay. K-Mega, you said that I'm the voice of reason. I am so sorry to disappoint you. I am so
let's go.
Sorry to disappoint you. Listen, I'm a console gamer first and foremost, okay?
Don't do this to me.
That Disney showcase. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it the way Ham and Sir X-Man decoded it, because they were very gentle. Very gentle. The Captain America the Captain America Black Panther cinematic trailer, whatever, showed 0 gameplay. That is a red flag if you've ever seen one. Amy Hennig is a legend in the game, and she has to get some credit. But Amy Hennig is on the part of the story. So even if the story is tight, they're not showing any gameplay. And Amy Hennig has also had a cancelled game, a Star Wars game before. I've got no hope for this game until I see more. Okay, they just showed some still shots. Nothing. It is nothing. It's fluff. Okay, we saw more from Microsoft's cancelled dinosaur game, the one where the guys got headphones. I'm forgetting it. The
Scalebound.
What was that called? Scalebound.
Yes, we saw more from Scalebound than what we saw from the Captain America Black Panther game. So I'm not feeling it. All right. Also, what the fuck? Black Panther deserves his own game. Okay. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Didn't impress me.
Don't
it didn't impress me the first time.
Okay, Mega, you don't want me to talk about Midnight Suns,
man, y'all about to. Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. Okay, Mega, settle down. Yes, Marvel's Midnight Suns did not impress me when it was first announced. And my enthusiasm for the game has only decreased. like the more I see, the less I'm interested in
Thank
Marvel's
you.
Midnight
Yep.
Suns.
Agree.
Tron Identity, fucking 30 seconds of just the logo popping up, rubbish. There is nothing again. The co-op Mickey Mouse and Friends game that has potential. It looks like a light riff on what Cuphead or whatever, but I doubt it'll be as good as Cuphead. Marvel World of Heroes, dude. Pokemon Go did, and Pokemon Go happened and it created. It's over. These
This
guys
game's
too late to the party.
solitaire.
Like everyone, this game essentially is everyone went to the club. K-Mega, you was talking about clubbing at the end of the show. Everyone went to the club. Everyone danced to Usher's song, Yeah. Everyone left. And then Marvel's like, let's go dance. Let's now go to the club. It's over, dude. It's been over. Let it go. Avatar, dude. I personally, this is now a personal preference thing. I need Avatar to do a lot more than what they showed me. I don't like the movies. I don't understand how before Endgame it was the highest grossing movie of all time. It just doesn't fit in my head. I've watched that movie like 2 or 3 times, and I'm trying to figure. I'm like, no, I'm going to catch it. It's going to make sense. One day it's going to fit, but it never fits. So I'm not feeling it. Marvel Snap, rubbish. Free to play collectible card game. Who the fuck
That
is
shit looked
interested
fun.
in again?
It looked fun.
Again, it's not catering to the console player. Return to Monkey Island.
A classic.
Decent.
Man, come on, that's a bug. That is a classic, instant classic, man. Come on, man.
The Monkey Island. Hold on, let me finish. The Monkey Island IP is classic. The new art style doesn't fit the old one, so you have the main developer even closing his social media because of how longtime fans were reaching out to him to say that they weren't feeling it. So I'm not a big Monkey Island guy. I've dabbled in it, but even the longtime fans are like, "What the hell?" All right, that's all I'll say about that. Aliens: Dark Descent. Whatever. Disney Dreamlight. Christ, no. The MMO of fucking Avatar.
Toy
also
Story?
more rubbish. The thing. The
Toy
show,
Story had something that looked like
game,
that.
Yeah, the game that popped off, that made me pop off, is Disney Speedstorm. Guys, this kart racer, how many kart racers has Mario Kart killed? I mean, slaughtered, and it didn't even bury them, just fucking slaughtered them and let them rot, let their carcasses rot out. This one, I am looking forward to the launch and quick death. Ham, this is another one, man. 12 months and it's a graveyard.
You know what? I don't even want to argue on that because, hey, hold on real quick. I don't even want to argue with that because it felt like a third of this showcase was games that are already out, but just their version of it. And and like the Mirrorverse. Like, come on. Like, that even has like the name of another game in it. It's like they're not trying very hard to like capture you in a new kind of way. They're just trying to put their stamp. They just want to put the Disney sticker over the top of some of these games, and now these make money too. And sure, I guess, I mean, in the business sense, hell, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. In my rating system for like how is this showcase, doesn't help that at all.
Yeah,
you about ready to give it a lower score, ain't you?
K-Mega.
I'll keep it at a 5. It's a solid 5.
I'm here.
Solid
in
5.
conclusion, K-Mega,
Yes.
For the console gamer,
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving this showcase a 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
He's about to shut this podcast
I didn't
down. bro.
expect him to go that low. Holy shit.
That's true. Ain't nobody got time for that mobile.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay, so I was mistaken.
You
You
can't
know what?
base your happiness
This
on
is so
one game.
this is
Okay, Nick.
so wrong. You know what I'm saying? So now this is what y'all made me do. Y'all made me crack open some liquor. I haven't drunk anything in months. So now I'm gonna crack me open some liquor. I'm about to do some drinking right now.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh my God, this shit was okay. As for myself, the voice of reason, ladies and gentlemen, this was their first attempt, right? Usually first attempts is not people's best attempts. And there were games there that were very because I tell you guys this for a million times that look, every time I watch a show, I watch the PC show, I watch every show that they come out with. I make sure that I watch it, but there's always something that I know that it's going to get me excited. There's always at least 1 or 2 games. And there was more than 1 or 2 games that had me a little bit excited. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, listen, I know that there was only trailers, and I totally agree with you. Like, I was always on this stance. I'm still going to stand on it by saying, look, this is the reason why you don't just throw a trailer out there and then have people be hyped because that's what people say they want Xbox to do. And I'm like, no, I love what Phil's new approach is. Take that and work with that. With that being said, like Tron's coming back, that's hype. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that we only seen a trailer, but that's cool that Tron's coming back, which means that they're going to be doing another.
It wasn't even a trailer.
I know.
It wasn't even a trailer. They just showed the logo.
I know, but that gave me hype.
And I thought it was a disc, and it wasn't a disc. I don't know what the hell that was.
Well, but I'm saying though, what had me hyped about it was the fact that they're going to do another Tron movie. That's what got me really excited about, because I don't know what the game is going to look like, what kind of budget it's going to have, whatever. But that gave me the impression, and which got me hyped, because I love the last Tron movie that came out. So I was like, oh shit, okay, they're going to be doing another Tron movie. Great. All right, so that was cool. Then, of course, when they said that Midnight Suns was coming out this year, that got me highly, highly excited. I am so hyped for that game. You just don't understand my hype level. That is my most anticipated game than anything else for the rest of the year. Even Gotham Knights, God of War. That game right there is. I love those type of games, bro. I love them. I love them.
You said, wait, run that shit back.
Okay. Midnight Suns is my most anticipated game, more than God of War, Gotham Knights, the Personas coming to Xbox,
Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol. I was going to buy Callisto Protocol, but when they said that that's coming out, that joint coming out on December 9th, that's going to be the game that I'm getting. And I'm getting the Ultimate Edition. Callisto Protocol.
Christ on a stick,
bro. I love those games. I love.
Oh my
those
fucking
games. Bro,
God.
I love them. Man, that story is going to be so in depth. Like, leave me alone. Don't bother me. Mega, can you come? No, I'm playing Midnight Suns. I'm going to be entrenched. Gone. All right. Anyway.
All right, K-Mega.
You know,
K-Mega, I want to fight you over your first point. I want to fight you over your first point. You said this is the first showcase.
Yes.
Dude, let's agree on one specific principle. It matters who is presenting the product, correct?
Right.
There's a reason why everyone lost their minds when Amazon showed trailers for New World, correct?
Yeah.
There's a reason everyone lost their minds when New World was so bad they had to unrelease it.
But
Amazon had never made their own game, but everyone lost their collective minds because of who is presenting said failed project. Okay? This is Disney. Disney is the 7th most valuable brand on the planet. $61
I
billion.
got that. Can I finish?
This whole thing about
No,
first
Disney's
showcase,
in the
that
trillions.
don't matter.
Disney's in the
This is
trillions.
not.
They're not a trillion.
This is not.
They're not
This
trillion.
is
Wow.
not Ham.
They're billion.
This is not Ham and Loke Seven's company trying to put together a showcase with some duct tape and gum.
Mhm.
This is Disney.
I
So
got you.
the expectations are gigantic. They will only get small if Disney is small. Disney is gigantic. Your first point, I'm sorry, man. I'm not having it.
Okay, that's fine. You can listen. I love the pushback. You know I love the pushback. But regardless, I don't hold my tongue when I say what I feel, right? So okay, it's their first show.
Mhm.
I'll give them a little bit of leeway. Now, again, there's other games. Okay, again, everybody was in unison about the Disney Sandstorm game, which I think everybody thought that game was really, really looked cool, right? Well, that game was, you know what I'm saying? That game looked cool. The game with Minnie and Mickey and Daffy Duck, and I don't like Goofy because of what Goofy represented back in the days of why they
That's
created it.
Nintendo only. You know that, right?
No, that's not. That's on it.
No, that game was Nintendo only.
I ain't
Believe
opening no tabs to investigate that
I
part.
was about to go look at it
you're-
again, but
no,
that's it.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn it. Because the reason why I'm enjoying
Check
it,
you
you're
taking
right.
L's everywhere.
Listen,
We might as well call you L Mega.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Lord have mercy.
Milk
Okay,
milk dud.
Okay, so you about to get booted. Keep on with that. Anyway, so but you keep on, Sir X-Men. You about to get your ass out of here. But anyway, no, okay, so you were right,
we
Sir
love
X-Men.
you,
So
bro.
I know, I love you too. I'm just kidding. But you're right. It was exclusive. But my wife will love this. That's what I was excited for her. I'm not into platformers like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the Avatar game. Listen, it looks okay. You know what I'm saying? But the Black Panther and Captain America, those are some of my two favorite Marvel characters. Next, aside, X-Men is my most favorite Marvel characters. But Captain America, if you could go in coming into my game room, you'll see I have like Captain America shit all over the place. I love Captain America. I got Captain America. I got Black Panther.
Dude, for DOA, he got a mod that made his character Captain America.
Right, yeah. So like, I love Cap.
Wow.
So I'm really,
Yeah.
I'm really excited
Wow.
about this. But okay, you know what I'm saying? Because we got other topics and stuff like this. I didn't want to be this long on it, but I will say this. You know what I'm saying? I think that you guys are very, very irrational and just only think about just being entertained to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? This is their first time. So my score is going to be a little bit more reasonable.
Because you're just excited about one game, K-Mega.
Okay.
That one game is skewing your
It's a
view
9.
of the
He's gonna
whole
give it a
show.
9.
I know.
So the
It's
show
skewing your views
So the
of.
show, I give the show a 5 out of 10.
What? What? Yo, man,
At
why
least
you
it's
be
fair.
faking people out and shit, man? What the fuck? That was a good. You know what?
I
I give it. That was a good ass fake, dude. That was a good
Yeah,
ass fake, dude. He got us good,
Got
bro.
me, that's for
He
sure.
got. I know, right? I was not expecting that
Damn,
shit.
I get called
I
in.
I was like, wait, what?
Bro, I had to leave and regather myself for a moment. I was like, this motherfucker right here is like,
oh my god, I can't
how
breathe,
I walk
dude.
around calling my big bro, and he's running around calling this like a 9 out of 10. Like, I can't fuck with this dude no
Hey,
more.
Mega, you got my heart racing now, man. You're not supposed to be doing that shit, brother.
Hey, bro. Lord mercy.
Oh man, I'm about to go back to the hospital.
Oh man, so yeah,
I'm about to go back to the hospital after that one, boy.
Now again,
Lord have mercy. I'm happy you got some sense.
Listen,
Oh,
I thought
shit.
that the show, again, there's multiple
I
things
want
that
to
I
hear
like
your
within the
negatives,
show.
bro. I want to hear your negatives.
I am, but I'm just saying, I always go into all these shows and events, and I think that these shows, there's always going to be at least one or two games that I like. But the one thing that pissed me off is what I was saying earlier, and I thought somebody would catch on to it, but they did not, is the fact that, like I said, I do not like just trailers and no gameplay or nothing at all. That's why I keep trying to tell Xbox gamers, stop asking for shit like that. Let Phil and them do their work. You know what I'm saying? Let them have something to show instead of, because as much as I'm hyped for the Amy Hennig game with Black Panther and Cap, I gotta see something. Let me see something. The Avatar game, no, it did not look impressive for what they showed. So you know what I'm saying? The mobile game did look better.
Thank you.
No, the mobile game did look better. But I'm not worried because I have a lot, but I like Ubisoft games. So maybe that's just me capping for Ubisoft. I have faith in Ubisoft games. I know a lot of people say that they hate them, but then low key probably got more Ubisoft games than they got anything. So
Have you seen the sales of Ubisoft games?
I don't know what the sales of Ubisoft games.
Those things sell.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So I was thinking. Well, I know the Assassin's Creed
was trash, bro.
Every great game I got is an Ubisoft game, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
That shit was trash, bro.
Joby, that show was excellent because Midnight Suns.
That shit was trash.
Midnight Suns, bro.
They had like 4 or 3 games. The rest of that shit was ass, bro.
Yo, ran to his Xbox to come on in. He ran to his Xbox.
That boy got that game. That boy ran in here. Boy, he was trying to save me.
Yeah, I'm at work, man. Don't cap that boy.
Bro,
you didn't hear the score then. He didn't hear the score you gave him.
I lost viewers because they thought I was just gonna cap like that. Man, that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man. It was like 7 subsubscribers that just left.
Yeah, they just left. Like, and they're
even
ready.
Reggie Lee gave him a cap at the end and left.
They're hitting up Twitter right now. Mega, we knew Mega was full of shit. No, I gave the show. I agree. The show was a 5 out of 10. Like, the show was not the best stuff. But listen. And what saved it was Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is everything to me. So I was not lying when I said that is my most anticipated game over everything. The only game.
I'm getting Midnight.
Yeah. The only game that is close to my anticipation would be God of War because I am looking forward to getting a hold of God of War, but I know that I'm not getting God of War day one because I'm not paying $70 for it. So that's why it's not my overall. It was my most anticipated game of the year, but they cap it for that $70. I'm not paying that $70 for that game. They can go to hell with that. So I'll just wait until it drops on PC if I gotta wait.
K-Mega. They're hinting with the name of the game. Midnight Suns.
Bro.
It's gonna be a hint, bro.
It's going to be on PC too, K-Mega.
I bet you money. Okay, we got to make a bet on this. Make a bet on this. We're going to jot it down. Everybody jot it down. I'm going to jot it down. We're going to bet on this.
I ain't going to remember this shit.
Oh, no. This is going to be easy. Midnight Suns.
What's the bet?
Is going to get high accolades. You're going to get high accolades. It's going to be a fascinating story.
I never seen a card-based RPG be up there like that, dude.
Bro, the way that they make the stories, that shit's gonna be deep. See, you just see the card and you think, oh man, that's corny. Man,
I don't say it's corny.
If you played XCOM, if you played any of those games are so fun. They're so in depth, bro. I bought XCOM on all 3.
How popular was XCOM?
Very popular. Very popular. I bought XCOM on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
XCOM was very, 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 very popular, sir.
Yeah, so very popular.
Okay. It's the definitive strategy game for like turn-based.
And these are the same people that's that's making this game. It's just that because when I first seen it, I was like, cards? Really? How are you gonna do that? But again, I mean, I just played Soul Hackers 2, and that game is not
you've been bumping your gums, but you haven't presented a proper argument that's worth betting on. This thing about accolades is trash because even the worst game in the world, you can find a reviewer that
nominated for best narration in the next VGAs.
I'm taking this bet.
Yes,
I am taking it.
It's going to be in the next VGA.
Let's go, bro.
Best narrative.
Let's fucking go.
So, okay, what's the wager?
Oh, Lord.
What's the wager?
That you give him all easy answers when you have questions. You have question time.
Fuck no.
What's the answer? I mean, what's the wager?
Dude, you're the one who brought up the whole bet thing. So.
Okay. I'll work. I'll think about.
Usually when
I'll think about the bet when the more that when we go get into deeper into
it's
weeds,
cool.
and then I'll
It's
bring it
cool.
up.
It's
So
cool.
okay, so let's go.
Well, you know,
All
he
right,
can't
let's-
send you a game because he's in a different region.
So
No,
I
you can
mean,
PayPal it. You can
Oh,
PayPal
yeah,
the
that's
amount.
right.
I
But
could,
okay.
I could PayPal it. I could do that. We'll see. We'll work out because I think that game is going to be. I don't think that game is
Dude,
going to sell well.
I don't
because,
even care about
but I think that
winning
game's gonna
whatever
get a
it
bit-
is in terms of the actual prize. The prize for me is just proving you wrong. That is
Okay.
it. That is all.
right. All right. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see. Because I mean, that
I mean,
Last
it's not
of Us stuff
enough.
that
It's
I
not
was
enough.
saying is.
Ham has been hanging L's on you because of the quiz. Now you want to take L's for predicting games?
I've
Oh,
lost.
man.
I've lost what 3 in a row. That's fine. That's fine. But I have been. But everything else
Dude,
so far, for what
you,
I've been
sh-
saying.
you should ask Ham why he doesn't
Yeah.
argue with me about predicting
Remember,
games.
this
Okay.
episode, so you can catch the bet, was on September 9th of this year.
All right. So anyway, let's.
Because he don't
let's-
put
let's
episode
move-
numbers
let's
no
move
more.
on. But it gets a 5 out of 10 out
All
for
right.
me. All right. So let's move on. All right. So Stalker 2 has changed its release date to uncertain. Which means they pretty much family is safe, but they're fighting. The war is still continuing. They're battered and bruised. It just doesn't look like this game might not see the light the light of day anytime soon, if at all. Now at this point, it's according how this war good. I mean, all indications, but I mean, we don't know how it really is going. But they're telling out here in the West that Ukraine is kicking ass, and I hope they are. But I mean, it's still going on. So therefore, and then there's developers that's out there that's fighting, doing all this. So it is a very sad situation because the game looked very promising. It was a game that I was really looking forward to jumping on. Real life shit matters. So, what is your thoughts about this, Loke, man? Is this a bummer for you, or was this a game that was on your radar, or what do you think?
It's definitely been on my radar. I'm shocked that it took this long for them to delay the game indefinitely. But the biggest question for me is how do people feel about game developers not prioritizing their game, or not people, but these fanatics that think that video games are like the entirety of the world. How do you feel about a game developer that took money from Microsoft because this game was coming to Game Pass, took money from Microsoft, and now they're like, this is not the number one priority? Are you offended that these people are putting their lives and their families' livelihoods ahead of your gaming enjoyment? And also, what the fuck to the people that are using this as some console war ammo? The fuck?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Look,
panel.
they're doing that
Yeah.
the people who are using that as console wars, they doing that low because they don't got nothing special, nothing very important going on in their life to even think about the ramifications of a war. If I was them, right, and I was over there doing a war, I would like hit Microsoft, yo, what up? This is such and such in the studio making Stalker. Listen, we gotta push this game back indefinitely to a TBA status because you guys already know the war's going on. So let the fans know TBA status. We'll keep you guys updated. Bro, the fanboys who using this as console war, you should be what's the word I'm looking for?
Ashamed of
You
themselves?
should be ashamed of yourself. Like, bro, these people are fighting for literally for their motherfucking lives. Of course they want to take their mind off of something to make them happy to make the game, but they are literally fighting for their lives. They're not worried about this game. They worrying about seeing the next day. They don't even know if they're gonna make it to see the next day. So for people who use the console war shit, you should be ashamed of yourself. Go jump off a bridge. That's all I gotta say about that.
What do you think?
Yep.
What do you think, Sir X-Man?
I agree with Yobi 100%. Fuck these people who don't fucking understand what's going on in the real fucking world.
Wow, man, what did all this filth today? Last week and this week, man, my God.
Hey, Yobi right, dude. We rarely agree on shit, but me and Yobi agree on this shit.
boy, just potty mouth. Anyway, go ahead,
That's
man.
Because
Hello.
listen, sir, listen, man. They also got to look at it like this. I'm pretty sure the devs over there, they already got the game backed up to their online servers, bro. It could come to a situation where what a part of the studio or the part of their home that get hit, the part that get hit is where their computer is. So now all the shit is
or their
lost.
servers, yeah.
Yeah. Not even the service, because like they have the shit on the computers, but they have it backed up on the online servers. What if that part of the house get hit and their computer's gonna be down and out until further notice, because the war's going on. They won't be able to get back to creating the game until they get a new computer. And during the war, you ain't worry about the computer. You worrying about your life. Your life expectancy.
And your
On a
family.
war, the life expectancy is super, super low. For all we know, the team, knock on wood, the team might be wiped out the next day. We don't want that to happen, but when it comes to war, bro, all bets are off. You don't know what's going to happen. So fanboys, y'all can eat shit for that. For real.
Well, they did move the development crew to another country for protection,
Oh,
but
okay,
they
that's right.
still but they still are under a lot of stress,
Well, there's a lot of
things like
there's a
that.
lot
So
of
yeah,
developers that stayed and are fighting though.
yeah. So I say family safety comes first, man, always. And a lot of people don't think about what's going on in the real world. Like I said, they just think about themselves and they selfish. You can't be selfish in this world. I'm done. Go ahead.
What about you, Ham? What do you think, man?
Man, so when I first heard about a delay way back in, I believe, was it like February? When they had their delay, after they announced that they took NFTs out of the game because they had backlash with that. I was mad at that point. Like I was pretty like frustrated. Like, damn, here we go, Xbox. Like, what's going on? I know they're not Xbox that's working on it, but I'm just like, oh man, this year's not looking good so far, and it didn't end up being a good year at all. So for this to get announced now, and knowing, now what we didn't know was going to happen so much, then when that when that got announced, like now there's war that is hampering down development, right? Compared to before when it was them, making sure the game was good before. You remember that? All right, so now, like, I'm sitting here like, there ain't no way ain't that somebody's using this as like ammunition or just like something to even tear them down at all about, because it's just like, dude, this is war. And have you not seen all the games that got delayed this year? Like, I was mad at them at the beginning of the year, yes, because this was pre-war and it was right after the whole NFT thing. So I was just thinking in my head, like, what are y'all doing now? Y'all like took the NFTs out and y'all got to work on like getting that stuff out, and it's not going to come out until later. So I was mad about that, but this is a different beast. This is people's lives in stake. So I can't be mad at that. And then on top of it, I mean, like, if you were to take the war aspect even out of it, how many other games have been delayed this year? You can't be mad at one studio for delays anymore at this point, to me. You can't, because because everyone's freaking delayed. Everybody.
Damn. The people who are actually getting mad at the delay, they act like everybody in this gaming community don't have backlogs. We all have backlogs, bro. So if you get mad about a delay of games with a Z, I'm pretty sure you got games with a Z at home on your goddamn consoles that you haven't played, that you bought a year ago, you still haven't played. Like, let's stop the cap, bro.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Go ahead. What was
I mean, to be real, to be real, like, bro, after Starfield Redfall got delayed, my whole mindset on things getting delayed, like being mad about it, checked out. Being mad about things being delayed now, I'm checked out of it after that, because I mean, there's been a crap ton of delays ever since really that one got delayed. I mean, you can go as far back as saying, you know, the Stalker 2 delay at the beginning of the year, or the Saints Row delay at the beginning of the year, because remember, that game was supposed to come out in February.
Right.
So like, I mean, you can make those claims, but once I heard as large of a game like Starfield getting delayed, I was just like, all right, if anybody else delays, it just kind of is what it is at this point, because y'all already done took the game that I was looking the most forward to this year. So as for this game, like I said, I'm not mad about it. It just is what it is at this point, especially under the circumstances that they're in.
Also, want to add something to what Ham just said about delays in general, not just this one. This is now just a personal situation that I have. I'm sure it's not that way for everyone else, but I have a gigantic backlog. Ginormous backlog. So it's not to say I celebrate delays, but when they happen, I'm just like, oh, sweet. That's another week for me to clear out this game or that game. So I'm not even stressed about delays.
Yo, Mega.
Personally, obviously, not everyone has a backlog like me.
Right. What up, Yobi?
Yo, Mega. What did it? All right. Before the Series S and X and the PS5 came out, what did I announce on Twitter? Did I say that this generation coming up was going to be the generation of delays? Did I not say that?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
So once all these delays start happening, I'm like, I knew it was going to happen. So
Yeah, no, I mean, it is. This is twofold, and this is going to kind of make me do a segue into a little added little piece to the to what we want to talk about tonight before we get into Ryan stuff. Because everybody's talking.
Oh, the bitch Ryan conversation. Okay, I can't wait for that.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
The disrespect. But I was thinking, and this was one thing I was like, I'm not going to bring it up because me thinking it doesn't mean that people are actually console warring over the fact that Xbox is not, you know what I'm saying, because Xbox won't get a Stalker 2, right? But when you brought it up, I was like, it's like that's the thing that bothers me more than anything. Not about because the game getting delayed. I mean, real life is real life, right? Like, I mean, delays happen. I agree with Loke. I'm in that same type of position. Once Midnight Suns got delayed, and then when then when we found out about Starfield and all that, I was, we had, me and Ham was at odds about it because, and I was at odds with a whole bunch of people with Gaz and Fonzarelli and others, because I was just like, look, man, there's plenty of games to play. Get out of this the internet mentality that's over here that's dissecting the issue. Because if you think about it, if you step away for a second and think about it, what are they complaining about? Not that Xbox doesn't have any games, but they're taking bits and pieces and saying, well, Xbox is not having any AAA IPs. And I'm thinking, like, there's AAA IPs on the console. Well, it's not Xbox's IPs like PlayStation. Wait a minute. So how is it that you are going to get mad as the PlayStation stand or they claim to get mad? It's just full of that bullshit. Comes in there and keeps trying to tell Xbox gamers what we should be pissed off at and what we shouldn't, when every time that there's a PlayStation delay, they are fine with it. So why is it that Xbox can't be in that position to have a delay to make sure that the game comes out proper? Because you already know the first bug that's going to be, and every Bethesda game has bugs, right? Every game has bugs. But But when Starfield comes out, it's not going to be 100% perfect. And whatever that bug is going to be, stands will still talk shit about it. Whatever that's going to be the problem with Redfall, they will point that out. It's not going to matter. And even if the games come back 100%, they'll find something else to bitch about. So that's why I was saying, look, why care about that type of shit and go in and talk and care like that? Like, when you know you got to, I know every last one of those people that were upset has a backlog. I have a backlog. You know what I'm saying? Most of us on this panel has a backlog. If not all of us has a backlog. So it's not, you know, if you haven't played a game that you bought 5 years ago, that's still a new damn game to you. And that to me is where the problem is where people keep on trying to force people to do things that the stands don't do themselves. They don't.
Hey, K Mega, this cracks me up. People act like hoarders, but they don't use what they buy.
Right.
And it just builds up and builds up and builds up. You can't complain if you don't, if you haven't beaten at least 80% of your games or played 80% of your games, and you do not have the right to complain about why ain't no new games out.
Right.
Those people that completed at least 80% of the games, they got a right to complain, you know, somewhat. But if you're one of those that haven't, you have no reason to complain. Go finish off the shit that you have.
But that's the thing right there, though, because I always do this challenge with them when they come talking about that you don't have. I'd say, look, man, I get it. PlayStation outsells this or it sells this, whatever, and Game Pass, you don't support games. But you know what? Since you feel that way, because I asked that question today, I do. This is the new thing that I do to them, right? I say, well, I would like to compare my Xbox library compared to your PlayStation library
and your achievements.
No, I ain't caring about the achievements because that shit's overrated to me. Because I mean,
but it shows you're playing the game, though.
No, that's not where I'm going though with this. I'm going to the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm going because achievement. I mean, my achievement speaks for itself. I can't say I don't play fucking games, but
they do. They say you don't play games too.
I know they don't, but they
look at Gamer Score. That shit is insane.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
But anyway, but listen to what I'm saying though. So when I do that, then they say, "Oh, I buy plenty of PlayStation games." I said, "All right, let's compare the games that I got on Xbox. Since Xbox gamers don't support buying games, let's compare my library to your PlayStation library. You know, there has not been one yet that has came back to me and told me that has showed me their lineup, their library. Not one yet.
Of course.
That to me tells me, well, this is what this is. You want to keep trying to make people think that they should be ashamed about having value or, you know what I'm saying, getting into Game Pass and shit like that. Remember when the PlayStation stands last generation used to brag about Redbox. Because that's what Xbox gamers was throwing out to the PlayStation community about Redbox this, Redbox that, blah, 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 because they would rent their
GameFly too.
Yeah, GameFly, all that other shit. So to me, it's a ridiculous, crazy situation. And to bring that console war bullshit into a situation as real as Stalker, as the developers, what they're going through with Stalker 2, just shows that nobody should be paying attention to anything that they fucking say. But again, people love drama, people love smut, and it's for some reason people just like to get into the weeds or just like listening to the bullshit. I just don't know. I just don't get it. But you know, look, real life is real life, man. I don't know. But my one question here to go into the segue to the next topic is about the politics in gaming, right? You guys were talking about that in the on the show and then also on the things called on
Spaces.
Yeah, Spaces.
We had our weekly show.
Yeah, I know. Y'all Spaces be wild, dude.
But it's one of those things to me where it's like, and it tripped me out because I mean, you know what I'm saying, old dude was a good brother, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying, I've been a follower for years. But I didn't understand why he had to make the point about, you know, politics shouldn't be in the gaming because of the fact that it's because politics from one end is fake, and on the other end it doesn't really tell the true story. But Loke, I thought, because I'm going to go to you first. You made such a great point when you said everything is got to do with politics in one way, shape, or form. So this kind of came from when they were talking about it on the Spaces, was about Call of Duty going to go into, or they're going to be in Iraq. And I remember that with Medal of Honor, it was a really crazy situation where a lot of people felt a kind of way and said, I thought it was too soon to have to play as as a terrorist from Afghanistan in Medal of Honor, and that game folded because of that. So it was a really good game, though. I mean, I mean, multiplayer was solid. The gameplay, and it kind of stopped. It kind of pushed Medal of Honor to not even be in existence, only into just a VR game. So that's unfortunate. But Look, what is your thoughts about this whole situation with politics and games? Because I know that I already know what you think, but I think that our audience listen to how you feel about it, and then everybody have a discussion in the chat, man. What do you think, man? Should there be more or less politics in gaming?
So before I jump into that one, I just want to make a quick comment about what you said. Where you said you can play as the terrorists in
Medal of Honor.
In Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
So the reason why it's a funny statement is that it's true, but it's false, because the same people are seen as freedom fighters on their end.
Right.
Right. So
No,
there's there's millions of people that when they saw Medal of Honor, they saw the first person shooter that actually gave a fair shot to whoever was attacking the issue. Now, as far as politics in gaming, it's exactly what you just said, bruv. Everything is political. The whole interaction of the human race is political. Our history is political. And for me, what really got to me from what that dude said is that when he was talking about truth and lies, that's what really got to me. It's not even the fact that he was like, no politics. For me, it's like, dude, anyone that's done even rudimentary reading on war and human conflict knows that the victor is the one that tells the story. So
absolutely.
Whether it's true or not, what happened in Iraq, the victors are telling the story. The same way the Nazis don't get to tell the story, the same way the guys who made the failed coup in Cuba cannot tell the story.
Right.
It's just a fact of life. It can trigger you. You have the right to be triggered by it, but it's just a fact. So politics in gaming will forever remain, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But Oz did say something that for me was a decent rebuttal. He said that it's not just about having politics, period. It's about how you portray the politics. That you can't be like too on the nose about it. But the issue is politics is an emotional. It is an issue people get emotional over. So it's very easy to say, oh, the depiction of politics needs to be secondary and the entertainment needs to be the primary focus. The thing is, it's easy to say that when the politics displayed align with your personal politics. But it's also easy to get triggered and talk about, oh, the politics in this game is terrible because the politics don't align with yours.
Right.
So the same people that will tell you that, oh, the right has all these terrible politics in this and in such and such game will tell you, oh, The Last of Us 2 was fine, because it aligns with their politics. And the people on the left do that, people on the right do that. So in order for us as gamers and as an industry, for us to not to get cheated, the best thing to do is to let it all in. Don't say we
Exactly.
want politics from
Yes.
the right. Don't say we want politics from the left. Everybody gets a say.
Yep.
And just like every false story or narrative, the shit always gets weeded out, whether people like it or not. Bad ideas, no matter how much the government or whoever tries to push it, if it's a bad idea, the majority will figure it out and weed it out. And in this case, people just won't buy the game, they won't play the game, and then we'll move on. But when we start opening the door for uh there's certain cases where we need to not let certain voices present their own version of what they think is right, then we're all screwed.
No, I 100% agree. Sir X-Man, go ahead, man. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. Like, I mean, do you agree with Loke? Feel like, and this is not so much about this is everything. Like, I mean, if because I know people were talking about that game, Immortality, that where there's a lot of sex scenes in that game, and like there's other games out there that's ultra violent. There's games that talk about controversial
go ahead.
subjects and things like that. Like,
I've
should
got
it be
the
like it
biggest
should be?
example.
Yeah. Should it be looked at as art, or should it be looked at as that like no, it's too problematic? Maybe gaming shouldn't go that route.
Remember Call of Duty Warfare, Modern Warfare 1 for the 360?
That was 3.
When they had that was 3. Okay, I couldn't remember which
3.
one it was. Where they had the Taliban coming into the airport and everybody was protesting it.
That was the
protesting.
Russians. That was the Russians. That wasn't Taliban.
Right.
Well, he's talking about Modern Warfare 2, no Russian.
Well, whichever one they were shooting up in the airport.
Was that 2 or 3? I thought that was 3. Was that 2?
That was 2. That was
Okay,
Modern
okay.
Warfare
Yeah,
2,
so I
no
was
Russian.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was like the first mission in the game.
Right. And people were shooting at the airport, and it was right after the terrorists. The game came out right after the terrorists, a few years after the terrorists did the thing at the Twin Towers, you know, and everybody was protesting it. But the game sold like bonkers, you know. So controversy is a win or lose situation, you know. If the game is good, people are going to ignore the controversy, you know, and people complain about things, but they still go out and buy it. You know, you should just like people say, let developers do what they're gonna do. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you can get past all the crap, and they even gave a mode where you could turn that part off. The minute you started the game, it said, we know about this controversial thing. If you want to turn this part off, you know, there's a switch at the beginning where you can stop that. And people still played the game. So people complained about Afghanistan in the next one, right? So what? Afghanistan was fighting against the Taliban, trying to go after Al Qaeda. That was 2 totally different scenarios. People still going to buy the game. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that Medal of Honor was actually not too bad.
That game was good. That game was
Yeah.
real good.
But because of the way things were then, with social media, it wasn't as bad back then with social media when that game came out. To the way social media is when that game came out, that's what probably killed the game. Social media, I'm sorry, social media is not good for this industry. It's not. And it destroys a lot of good games.
That's a
out
whole
there.
nother topic. That's a great point.
I'm not trying to change the topic, but I'm not trying to change the topic.
No. I mean, what you said though, I never really caught it on like that, but I mean, I think that's spot on though. Go ahead.
Yeah, it has diminished the gaming society. You know, we used to have fun We had little wars here and there, but it's never been like this. It's in our politics. It's in celebrities. It's in almost everything we talk about in the world. But it's all mostly negative. If you see a positive thing, somebody gonna come in there and try to break down some reason why it's positive, and they don't like it, and it catches on and spreads. That's not the way technically the world was designed. And if they keep on with this, I mean, gaming and other things that's all together, it puts a damper on what what the world society is supposed to be. You know,
No,
what
you
are
said it right, Sir X-Man. It puts a damper on what America is supposed to be. Because remember, you guys used to set the culture
when I was
around the
growing up?
world.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. We used to.
Suddenly, y'all don't set the culture anymore.
Nope.
Why
social
do you
media
think that is?
heard everything. It really
Because
did.
because I'm not going to go there, but because there was so many contradictions not too long ago that made America look like, oh, so now we really see how you really are. And even though like America's pretty much probably always been that way, but they had a facade. And now since that facade has been exposed, now people are like,
The isms that
y'all
the
full of
isms.
shit. Y'all full of shit. Y'all no different than the government that's over here persecuting us. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
and so now it's a situation where I think that now people are scrambling to say, well, we can't look to America for being this way because they talk about this and that and this and that, but they've contradicted themselves. Now, other countries like China and Russia and UK and other places across the world, they're trying to bring, even Brazil, they're trying to bring in influence to the world in a different in all different facets, and it's got people even more split because of social media and how people
It's showing
get their
America's
information.
true
Right.
colors. It's showing the true colors of America.
Well, I mean, it's more
The
than
hidden
that.
true colors
It's
are
more than
coming
that
out.
it's more than that because it's all agenda based at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, these countries is all looking for themselves to be looked at as something so they can have more people on board for their agenda. And so it's like, you know, like the facade of America, it got exposed. And tragically, I mean, it's going to take a long time for America to heal from that. We got in hell, and even in our own country, like shit, we're divided. So you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of in a situation where shit, we got to get our backyard right before we can worry about anybody else in the world right now. You know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like everybody got to fend for themselves right now.
Dog eat dog, man. Dog eat dog.
All right.
That's been building for like about 30 years, turning America into dog eat dog, and the world too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Yobi, I know you're still here. So what do you think about this situation with just not only just with politics and gaming, but just gaming in general with violence or sexuality or things that is not looked at as moral or what some could consider that's not fun. That's just too real to be put in place in a video game. Do you feel that video games should die down on that? Or do you look at it as art and they should just make it just let loose and make it even more controversial?
You hear me, Game Maker?
Yeah, we hear you.
For people who are saying that, oh, that's too real, they should die down. No. If you want to up the ante and go crazy, go crazy. You know why? Because that is our enjoyment. We see so much real shit on TV that's fake that actually goes on in real life. So why not? Give us a glimpse and show how it really goes in real life, but in a video game art format? No, I don't think they should. No. I think they should take it up to the max, like up the ante, bro. That's what it is. Real life is art. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. That's all I gotta say about that.
Man needed that shit. That's what they did. Man needed that shit.
Yeah, go crazy with it.
Right.
And some people don't like it. It is what it is. You might find some people who actually got like a thing for shit like that. Hell no, keep that shit going up and up because you never know because you might strike lightning in a bottle when you keep going up and up and up. You know, like for example, Mortal Kombat. When Mortal Kombat first came on the scene, everybody was like, "What the fuck is this? Yo,
Oh
this is
yeah.
too much, too violent. It's too
Right.
bloody. It's too
Right.
bloody." And Ed Boon said, "Oh, word, all right, watch the next one. Oh, word, all right, watch the next one." And Ed Boon said, "Mortal Kombat 10. Oh, word, all right, watch what we do with Mortal Kombat 11." And with Mortal Kombat 11, and they went fucking insane. So yeah, keep pushing that envelope. Yeah, let's go.
You know the bloodiest shit I've seen, and it's a game coming out, and I've never seen a game this bloody in my life, dude. The new Evil Dead trailer, I was like, holy shit, I've never seen nothing like this, and I've seen a lot of bloody ass games.
I got Evil Dead. Evil Dead is pretty gory, but I'm gonna have to be real on this one. I have not played Resident Evil 7 because I don't know how gory that is. But I will say this: Callisto Protocol is on another level of gore. Like, I mean, that shit looks too. I rewind that shit like just to see how much detail they show in this being suffering. Like, to the point that it makes me feel a certain kind of like, am I sick? Because I'm fascinated in the fact of how the animators go to those lengths to show the torture and pain that character is going through. But it also is like, damn.
Did you see the new trailer just released today for the Evil Dead, dude?
No, I
you need to see it's out there. You need to see it.
I own the game. I've been wanting other people to get the game, so because I know Game Down Sites got the game, but I've been waiting to get people to get because it's.
I'm gonna pick that bitch up now. I've never seen so much blood, dude.
Yeah, it's co-op, but Callisto Protocol is kind of like that first game. If there's any game that kind of screams next gen to me, that's the game, and that gore.
I give it that
is wow. It's insane. Thank you, man. Thank you, Break. Thank you, Brandon. Oh man, you going by the real name now, bro. I really appreciate it.
Nobody wants to censor that, though. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on with you? What's going on with you, the man with the sound bar? What's happening with you, brother? It's been a long time, man. I really do appreciate you coming on. Again, like, hey, share this out. We're here. We got 2 more topics to go, and then we'll be done for the night. But man, please step around because we still got to talk about Jim Ryan because I knew that we were going to get into it, and that probably might be the end of the concert. But no, I got to give Sir X-Man because he want to get a question from everybody. So we'll have 2 more topics. I just wanted to throw this in because
we still have the quiz to go.
And we still got the quiz. So yeah,
might not make the quiz today because I'm going into work.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm going to do the extra day at 4.
Well, that's fine because I'm gonna get this bastard him solo tonight.
He just want revenge because I got it last.
He just wants him.
Right, I just want him, man. I just want to get it. He got to get this L back. I got to get my win streak. Okay, so Ham, speaking of you, brother, what do you think about this, man? Do you think that? And then there was another thing that what Sir X-Man thought. I thought that he said that was spot on. I think that because social media is so. Oh man, like I love social media, but man, social media, man, it'll drain you because everybody's negative about everything all the time. Every movie that comes out, it's trash. Every game that comes out, it's trash. Every movie, item
TV
that comes
show.
out, everything is trash. It's bad. Everybody complains about every goddamn thing. So, is it social media that's kind of caused this type of situation, or is it just that? Is it politicians? Is it just people in general? What is the situation where people think that they don't want politics or anything that's overbearing or out of bounds in gaming? You know what I'm saying? Even at this point in time where we're in 2022. What do you think, Ham?
Well, I feel like people just believe that, if you're able to do something in the game, you can actually do that in real life compared to seeing a movie where you're literally just watching somebody else do it. But like what people don't take into account is accountability for a person being a person. You know what's right, you know what's wrong for the most part if you you know, if you're not like clinically told, or somebody like, you know, or like if a doctor tells you, you know, you have some, you know, mental issues and whatnot, then you might not want to play a certain type of game, right? Like if you
Right.
know that you know, flashy lights, can't play a lot of games because of seizures.
Right.
If you know that, you know, you've been to war and that kind of stuff really affects you, you don't play that game, right? That's going to trigger you. What irritates me is, and I agree with Yobi, and I agree a lot of what Yobi had to say. As for the whole like go all out, if necessary, I say if necessary, go all out. But I don't. But what I don't like is when people go all out and it has no substance. It just feels like
Oh yeah,
they're
agreed.
just making something terrible. Kind of like the way I feel with like Saw movies and stuff like that. It just seems gross. It doesn't really.
I love some
Oh
movies.
really? Oh man.
I mean, for me, for me, maybe you can follow the story, but for me, all I see is like the sickest person's mind. But the thing is I'm not going to say, hey, don't produce that. It's just too grotesque. It gives people weird ideas. You know, like I'm not gonna say that because I'm just not gonna fuck with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I think that's what a lot of people need to come to a realization with is not everything that drops on a console, on a streaming platform, in the movie theaters, not all that shit is for you. If you don't like
And that
it,
is okay. That is
don't pay
okay.
for it. I don't enjoy Barbies. I'm not gonna sit there and talk about Barbies. I'm not gonna waste my fucking time with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not gonna. I feel like the cool thing with social media is you can get some good criticism. The bad thing about social media is everybody thinks their criticism is facts.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's just it's a little annoying because a lot of people don't have that self-realization that, yo, I can have an opinion and I can have a kick-ass opinion that a lot of people dig. But I can also be the same person to have a shit opinion. Are either one of them wrong to believe? No. Not at all. But if you don't have a bunch of people that are willing to, you know, campaign with you and actually say, you know what, I agree, this is kind of bad, then you kind of got nothing. You're just kind of walking around empty-handed. Even if a whole bunch of people, in my opinion, were to think, you know what, this is too far, then where do we draw the line? Right. Where does the line actually get drawn? Because once you get everybody to agree one thing's wrong, then the nitpicking starts, and then everything's wrong. And that's what I don't like. It's just like just mind your business. If you don't like it, just mind your business, and you know, let the wallet do the talking.
Facts. Oh, I 100% agree. I think. Okay, so like for instance, there's a game that it came out a couple of years ago, where you fought as like gods, and Jesus Christ is one of the game characters in the game that you fight with. Like I don't know, man. Like I felt uncomfortable getting the game. I love fighters, and I was like, but then they're coming out with a new game, and that game looks way better because the game sold well, right? So I'm like. So I'm gonna have to cop it because the game looks dope. It's gonna come out sometime next year or 2024, and I'm like, you know,
is it on console?
No, it's on PC.
Yeah. I remember I didn't get the first one because it was on PC.
You're right, and it was something gods or whatever, and then I was like, man, why aren't they doing it? And then there's also like, see, PC is like the Sebastian of just chaos. Like it just
Yeah, I'm playing on PC right now.
and so like they got all the
Chaos and freedom.
right. Right. It's both. Right. It's definitely freedom of speech because there's a game that I talked about when we was in the spaces that hatred. I can't get past the first level because I just feel so wrong playing it. I think the game has a lot of potential, but the game is just so wrong. Like
that's how people felt about Postal.
Well, I think hatred is worse than Postal.
I know it is. I've heard.
Yeah. But then there's also a game that's out there that I've seen that you're a black man in a car gets stopped by the cops and you're trying to stop yourself from getting killed by the cops.
God damn.
I would not play that game. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But again.
Or remember that game you talked about where they said, how would you feel? What's his name said, how would you feel if a white guy went in the minority club and just started shooting everybody?
Oh, well, that's
remember
not a game.
that one?
That was just
that was a concept.
That was a concept from old dude that made God of War.
Yeah, he had to delete the post.
Right, because he got lit up for that. Because he was thinking so out of the box, and because he thought that he could just kind of go into that deep
and say what he wanted to say.
And say what he wanted to say. And I didn't take it as him trying to be racist or homophobic or anything like that. I just thought that he was just trying to, like, where is the level, the threshold of where a gamer will say that's too much, right?
He was going too far into the reality of things that actually could happen. Some things you should not say.
But this is also reality. Like, there is no question that everybody here that's listening, that will listen later on, that out there, that doesn't get into deep, dark thought about some crazy shit. So that's just human nature. So I got where he came from. Like I like when people were trying to say that he was racist. See, and that's another thing too. Like, just because there's something that you don't like, you can't just automatically call somebody racist, or you call somebody homophobic, or you call somebody this or that. If they don't have a track record, because trust me, if those people are that way, they have a track record.
Yeah.
They have a track record. That man doesn't have a track record. He just
had a what if scenario.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lo.
So K-Mega, the reason why I believe, one of the main reasons why I believe you guys lost the position of the leaders of the free world is because of that example you just gave. Who gives? I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm not even ashamed to say it. I'll say it here.
Yeah, me too.
Wants to block me or whatever. I don't care.
Me too. Yeah,
I am a Christian.
Right,
dude. People should be allowed to say and do what they want to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
A game that makes fun or puts Jesus in it, I have no problem with that.
No, me neither. I
no problem.
I felt a certain
whatsoever.
way at first.
Why?
Yeah. Well,
let me explain why.
Yes, sir.
Because life and culture, which also imitates life, is a constantly evolving thing. Okay. The people that fight against what I'm about to say always have this cognitive dissonance when it's turned around on them, but when they say it, it's fine. So if we wake up tomorrow and it's not okay to make a game about Jesus with Jesus Christ in it, and then the day after tomorrow it's not okay to make a game about Moses in it, and if you can do that, then okay, it's not okay to make a game with any Bible characters in it. Oh, okay, why? What's the logic behind the offense? Bro, offense is a very subjective thing.
No, I agree.
And you guys have taken this offense thing to a ridiculous level, to the point where it's almost comic. It's almost like a joke. because the way it's going now, everyone can get offended about whatever. You don't even need to have common sense or whatever. As long if it offends one person, then it's fair game. That person has the right to shut down whatever because they're offended about it. That's only half the problem. The other half of the problem is that that argument is not universal to all Americans or to all people. That argument is only valid to half of the Americans that are offended. The other half, we don't give a fuck about your offense. So for me, it's like, wait. So first, your philosophy is off, and it's worse because it doesn't even apply to everyone. And the same people saying these things will preach equality and love, but turn around and say, no, but you guys are beneath us in terms of the right to offense. So any person with the minimum like neurons firing in their brain can see that, okay, this clearly is not the America that, at least the one that was sold to the planet for years. So why would we then now follow your ideas and thoughts now? Because clearly you've shown that you're beneath your own ideas.
Absolutely. No,
I don't know if that makes
bro,
sense.
you scream. Listen. You're screaming to the choir on that, like, because there's just too much. I'm not. Look, see, this is for another podcast that I've been trying to.
Yeah,
I
see the chat. That.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
there's so many. I just try. I want to get so deep into that, but this is gaming.
What's happening in the chat?
No. What people are talking about.
It
gaming,
just,
but
yeah.
Are they roasting me?
No.
No, it's not you. They just want to go back to topic.
But this is the thing
okay,
to me.
okay.
But no. But this is but the serious aspect of this overall, when it comes to it, because it does tie into what you're talking about. It's a bigger situation overall. That's the problem within through the world, and especially like say here in the United States, like no doubt about it. Like I'm saying, that's why we're so divided, because there's people that think that because of their religion or their placement of what party they align themselves, they're better than someone else. That, what I'm saying, and social media has a part of that fucks up everything. So, what I'm saying, but even though I love social media for the fact of the friends that I've got to know, people that you get to interact with, but it also is the biggest problem to me is where people try to, like you said, dissect,
especially in gaming.
Yeah, in gaming, to where they're, well, this is not right. Why would you do this? Like for me, like I said, I felt some kind of way for a second there, because I'm like, I ain't gonna play it. Jesus, man, he over here, man, they got this man in a loincloth, man, over here getting, you know what I'm saying? What the hell? But then I come to realize about, like, man, why am I tripping? It's a video game. It's not real. It's got nothing to do with what my beliefs are. I'm a gamer. And if I'm about believing in freedom, and I love fighters, and this game doesn't look bad, then why the hell am I feeling some kind of way about it? And so that brings up to everything that you were talking about, and just overall everything in a nutshell. Why I feel like art is sometimes supposed to be controversial. Art is sometimes going to make you feel uncomfortable. Art is going to sometimes push the envelope further than what some people may want
Artist
to.
provocative.
Right. And so the thing of it is that if it's too provocative, too deep, too whatever, speak with your wallet, like Ham Solo. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Because really the companies are only doing this because they feel like this is going to be something to make them money. Not so much as trying to give
bro, I know you want to move on from this.
Yeah.
I know you want to move on from this, but you just open another can of worms.
I know it's deep.
You know what pisses me off about this shit?
Make
you know
your
what really pisses me off about
so
this
you
shit?
can really talk about this shit.
The people that complain, the people that will complain about K Mega's game, are not the people that buy K Mega's game. The
Hey, Kay, you made a
the
game?
maker
I didn't
of
know about that shit.
No.
the maker of the Jesus game will change the game to cater to a crowd that wasn't even gonna buy the game in the first place. So they
Facts.
will lose their core audience, and when they turn around to sell the game to the people that demanded the change, the people that demanded the change they're not even fucking gamers.
They don't even buy it.
This is why I talk about the Bungie Halo fans. They're not going to support anything from 343, no matter how good it is. Make the game that you want to make. Stop listening to everybody and make the game that you want to make. If you don't, I know that you don't like The Last of Us 2. I thought I hated the ending myself. I thought the ending was absolutely ridiculous. After everything that Ellie went through and all that shit, like what? But they did it their way. And you have to respect that. They took, and this is the thing right here. The third game is going to still, the third game is still going to get the same people that hated the story in 2. Yeah, it's still going to sell.
It's going to do numbers.
It's still going to do numbers. Right, because people are going to want to know, where is this going? And that's why
I'm probably going to get it.
Shit. Yeah, right. I will get it because I'm like, and I don't even like the first game. I'm like, the first game just don't do nothing for me. I can't even get past it because it's so boring to me. But the second game was so good. Like, I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, what's happening here? Why is this happening? And then, because the game is, I'm saying, so good. I'm like, well, shit. All right. I can't
Okay, you left something out, bro.
What? What's that?
You left something out. You said what you just said maybe like 10 seconds ago. You said to the Halo developers, make the game what you want to make, right?
Right.
And you said, like, I think a year before the game, I remember you saying, like, I'm like, it's gonna be a fantastic game. But you said, I'm worried that I feel like they're gonna cater to the public and not make the game they want to make. And look what happened. I remember you calling this.
Yeah,
I remember you
calling it. I called it because that's the only way they're going to get out of this. You're not going to please everybody. You're not going to do it. You're just not. You're now, look at you. You're thrown under the bus by people who support you. Everybody's upset right now. Every Halo fan right now is upset to some degree. Even though they might still boot up Halo and they might still play it every day, they're still upset for some way, shape, or form. And that reason is because mismanagement and every fucking thing else, and listening to people that do not make games. If these people are so passionate about how the story should go, make a goddamn story yourself. Don't get in here and start trying to dictate what this game or what this movie or what this thing is supposed to do. If you're just a watcher, a player, this shit's beyond your pay grade. How are me as a person that's a driver, a professional driver that sit there that I got 30 years of being a professional driver, for somebody that pushes papers for a fucking living, come and tell me how to drive when I got over 1 million goddamn miles on my record? How can somebody dare come to me and tell me? And how can I dare?
I'm a pushback on this one.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing. How can I? No, it's different.
No,
hold on.
That's a false equivalency.
It's different. No, it's not. It's different to be a critic and to say what you like and what you don't like. But if somebody's going to tell somebody how to do their profession and they got no understanding of how the profession works, nah, bro. That's like me going to somebody that pushes papers and telling them how to sit there and get they data sheets or whatever. I don't even know what all the fuck they do now these days. It's not, but that's the reason. It's beyond my pay grade to understand what those people do. You're a professional in that professionalism. It's okay to not like what somebody's doing, but to try to tell people how the story must go, it's wrong. And like I said, everybody with the Halo situation is at fault. I do not put all the fault on the devs because they're just doing what they're told. But the management at 343, you know what I'm saying, from Matt Moody, Phil, Bonnie Ross, everybody else got some kind of blame, and the fans as well too, because they keep pulling these developers from one end to another, trying to tell them what they need to do instead of letting them have their creative freedom. Now,
And they wonder
on.
why,
Okay.
and they wonder why all these developers they switch to LinkedIn now. They leaving Twitter.
Right. Like it's different to sit there and give constructive criticism. If somebody says, "Hey, you know," I'll even give out my real name, Kareem. You know what I'm saying? You was driving too slow on the road. I want to look at you funny, but I'm going to show the respect to say, "Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I was in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle lane where I'm supposed to be, where I could drive slower. That's why you can go right or left if you want to, but that's cool. Okay, cool, right?" But you know what I'm saying? But if you come to me and you tell me this is why you suck, this is what you should be fired. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea what you know what I'm saying. This blah 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 disrespect. I'm gonna tune you out, and that's what these developers are doing to a lot of these content creators and the public out there, because the people out here are too goddamn passionate for their own good and talking to other human beings as though they're lesser than them. And that's egregious, because if you talk to that person like that, they would either block you, they wouldn't talk to you, or they would sit there and they would cuss you out or want to fight you. It's that simple. So when a developer does that shit to them, then they feel, oh, we're gonna brag about it, or they call these people out their name and call them soft, the punks, or whatever. Because they, and you know what I'm saying, they're human beings. They're doing the best that they fucking can, and every human being makes mistakes. You see what I'm saying? So now, I would love to see what your pushback is going to be on me when making my point.
No, I thought you were gonna say that we can't criticize, and even a critic's view is not good enough because they're not the game developer. But then you added that it's different if it's a critic. So
right.
yeah,
No.
I have no pushback on that, because if your point was just, oh, you can't criticize unless you're part of like development team or whatever, then I'd be like, bro, based on what you're saying, can't nobody say nothing.
No. What I'm saying, and I'm sorry, I'm glad I did clarify that better. What I'm saying is that it's okay to it's okay to criticize, but do not tell people how to do their jobs when you don't even know how to do their jobs, what they're doing. Like you write for IGN, and me, I'm dyslexic, man. I can't spell worth a damn, and I'm trying to tell you, man, that word that you put in there, man, that shit ain't spelled right, or that was funky how you wrote that. You're gonna feel some kind of way, like, man, if you don't shut your country hick ass up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can
for me, I don't mind anyone can criticize me. This is how I listen. This is also how I interact with social media. Anyone can criticize and disagree with me. I will listen to any criticism, but as soon as I detect bullshit, I'm out. So if you're going the personal route, you want to criticize my race, you want to criticize my appearance, you're not focusing on the point, or you're focusing on the point, but your point is emotional. There's zero facts in it, or your facts are based off of, oh man, I'm sorry, who's this guy? I forgot the Review Tech USA. Yeah. This guy's he made a video, and one of his sources was a console warrior. I'm forgetting the name of the console warrior. And for me, right, like I listen
about Rich
to
from Review Tech
USA. Yes,
Rich,
I listen to this dude.
Me too.
And when I saw that video, I'm not gonna lie.
You're talking about the Red Dragon thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
People should listen to Red Dragon. I listen to him and all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, personally, when he said that, right? Like, look, anyone that looks at Red Dragon and says he's a credible guy, you know what? To each his own. What I'm saying is, for me personally, I was like, oh, okay, I'm out. You know, like I unsubscribed, and there's a whole bunch of people making content, and they have more credible sources. So for me, going back to what I was saying before,
Yeah.
I don't care about people's credentials when they're criticizing. I focus more on what is being said. Because if you're looking at credentials, bro, I have 0 credentials in gaming. I don't have any degree in gaming. My whole professional portfolio is freaking procurement. So based off of, if people can only talk about something that they are qualified to talk about, then dude, let's shut down the whole of social media, because the whole of social media is based off of people saying things they're not qualified to talk about. And dude, like, no one can talk about movies anymore unless you have like whatever certificate the guys at the Oscars give out after they have
They gotta
sexually
have
assaulted
media
you.
credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after they've sexually assaulted you.
Oh hell no!
No one can.
Oh my
Like,
God! Wow.
let's get Skip Bayless off TV. This guy has never shot a ball. He's never run a play in the NFL. Let's get anyone that's never done whatever the hell they're
Neither
talking
did
about
Michael.
off their platforms.
Not a Stephen A.
Like,
Smith either.
we're
Yeah.
talking 80% of what media is off. Get it off. Now let's get the people that are, 1, qualified, and 2 or 2 have experience in the field. Dude, it's gonna be a snooze fest. Why?
No, it would be. It
Because
would be. Right.
just because you can play football don't mean you can present a show. Okay? Just because you can program the shit out of a game doesn't mean you can get on a podcast and entertain 50 people for 30 minutes. I was gonna say an hour, but no, 30 minutes. So that's my only pushback on, only certain people can speak on certain subjects.
Well, no,
You most definitely want people from the outside to be able to say something, just for the fact that they're not going to be seeing it the same way that the person engineering is seeing it, because the engineer is going to see, or better yet, the person that's just creating something is going to see their product as, put together properly, where somebody that has nothing to do with the progress of said activity or said instrument or product is just gonna is gonna look at it, and they'll probably find something wrong with it before you do, because you don't see anything wrong with it because you just built it. It's working. It's great. It's fine. But once you pass it to somebody else, it's like, yo, like, why does it look like that? And you're like, oh, well, I actually don't know. Let me actually look into that a little bit. And then you're like, oh shit, I could actually fix it up and look at it a little bit better just because of this outside source that told me, yo, this doesn't appeal to me correctly. That's just basic. To me, that's just basic kind of like Q&A kind of stuff.
Right. No, like I said, like, that's why I'm glad I cleaned it up, because people can say what they want to, but when they try to make a point to the individuals themselves who work on these games, and then they try to tell them how to do their jobs, that's what I meant. Like, shut up. You don't know what the hell. You know what I'm saying? That, like,
also, when you get personal,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Also, when you get personal, you lose all integrity.
Right. That's why I try not to go into, when I'm in a conflict with people on Twitter or wherever, I do not try to name call. I do not try to get into the weeds and try to sit there and, call you out your names and shit like that. I just sit there and I just, okay, cool, whatever. And then I know that you're more heated because of the fact that you got to call me out my name. Well, why we're talking about video games, bro. Like, I mean, this is nothing to do with real life. So why is it that it's got to be that? Or if you want to take personal shots, or you want to get like this or we're like that, all right, cool. Well, then anytime that you want to come to Oklahoma, if we meet somewhere else, whatever, cool. I got you. Like, if you see me, then have that confrontation with me then. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, We're on social
Yeah,
media.
right.
It doesn't make any fucking sense for you to be that heated for me making my opinion on something when
Hey,
I'm not
hey,
going in your feed and acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? You come into
All
my
right, I
feed.
just finished this race real quick. Now
hold
I
on, hold on,
can
hold on,
jump
hold
in
on,
there
hold
and
on,
say
hold on,
something.
hold on,
Go
sis,
ahead.
man.
Go,
Let
I
me
go
gotta
ahead.
go to
let me say this
sleep
right quick.
soon, man. So
All
All
right,
right.
hold on.
Yes.
It ain't gonna take no more than 10 seconds. Okay, if they call you out your name, that's fine. And if they gotta see you in person, but we all know they're not gonna say nothing to you in person.
No, I know that.
That's all
Like
I
that's
gotta
what.
say. They know
No,
they're
well,
not
no,
gonna say that because they're
right
safe
about that.
behind their little computer screen. They're
But
safe
that's with
behind their
other
phone
people too.
screen because let's be when you see the person you've been talking so much shit about online, reality will hit your ass fast. So they don't want
Facts.
that. I don't think nobody want no phone over
Literally.
some fucking video games. Come on, bro.
Bro, it's crazy how some of these people act towards others because of having different opinions to video games. I mean, having. I mean, I can. I mean, I don't even understand it even with politics, but especially when everybody lives in. We got to live and got to deal with politics in every
Right.
country in the world, pretty much. But video
Dude,
games,
I grew up
it's
I grew up
nuts.
I'm sorry to take it political, but I grew up my whole life looking up to America because I live in a country or on a continent where opposition can mean death.
Yes,
And it was always taught to me, and I always saw on TV that there's a place called the United States of America where you can be the opposition and you can walk around free, and it is no problem. People talk openly about I'm against that political party, and you guys and you can be in the same work environment, you can be in the same company, you can be in the same school. Everything is cool. I don't know where that spirit went. I don't.
Um,
Sorry, sorry for
okay,
taking it political.
my last point of that, and then we're going to move on because we have to move on.
I
Is
didn't even
that
get my chance to say my
I'm
point
gonna
real quick.
okay. Well, I'll let you say. Okay, well
And
let you.
Yobi came
I'll just
in.
leave it at that. I won't even go make my point. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
It was
X-Man?
just real quick. I
My
don't
apologies,
like
man.
it. It's all good, my friend. I just don't like it when people do cry on social media about stuff and they don't bring facts to anything that they say. Then you go out and you preach them the facts or the numbers of the situation, and then they get mad and get all defensive and start getting out of control and talking about you. I don't like that. They don't like the facts of anything. They just want to listen to the garbage that other people say and then escalate it and escalate it and escalate it when the people you heard it from don't even have facts on the subject that you're talking about. That's the part that bothers me the most on social media. When I grew up and we got into debates, we always went and got facts, and then most of the time, most people went out and double checked our facts and said, okay, you were right. Or they'll find a counterpoint and then show you where you were wrong on your opinion. And you go back and research it real quick on that counterpoint and be like, okay, you were right on that. No, they don't do it like that no more. Everybody wants to throw out their opinion to make sure they're right without the true facts. And that's the part that's killing social media. Sorry, I just had to get that out, man. I'm done
Oh, it's
on
okay.
this one now.
All right. Well,
But
let's
it's the
move
truth.
on. So, let's move on. Okay, let's finally talk about Jim Ryan. And so Jim Ryan.
Y'all can go
Let's.
on and talk about that. But I'll catch y'all later on next week.
All right, where
And
can they find you at, Sir X-Man?
Man, I wanted to hear your take on it, X-Man. Jeez.
oh no, you can catch that other rant on yesterday's show on the next podcast. It was
Oh, okay.
it was a beaut.
Oh,
It
old man with
was.
him.
Yeah, well, man was going crazy.
Damn.
So where can they
Yeah.
find you at, Sir X-Man?
Okay.
Next podcast will be on Gaming After Dark on Tuesday at 9 o'clock Central Time. I don't know what time it is over there in your section, Lord. Please forgive me.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Gaming at the farts.
Huh? What'd you say, Yobi?
Not gaming at the dark, gaming at the farts.
Oh my God.
You know, y'all be farting and shit.
Smart ass son
Oh,
of a bitch.
man.
But um, but thank you all for watching GRJ. It was an exhilarating show. Hope you guys can catch it next week and enjoy some more of the awesomeness that it is. All right,
Yes.
everyone. I'm out. I'll catch y'all on the flip.
All right, man. Good night, bro. I will
All
bring
right,
up
y'all.
what
Some rest, man. Be good.
I will bring up the point that you wanted to talk about.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
with
beginning
the
of the show.
Activision and the
Yeah,
other things. Yeah,
I
I'll
will
listen.
bring
I'm
that
gonna be
up.
listening to it while I'm going to sleep through Alexa.
Okay. All right.
All right, catch y'all later.
Good night, man. All right.
All right.
So, basically, okay, Jim Ryan. Listen, man. I don't know. I personally feel that Jim Ryan is definitely being told by his bosses to keep on trying to press this because obviously, I guess they feel that they can cause enough havoc to maybe stop this, which I don't think they will. But he comes out and he says that the 3 years beyond the current Activision deal, after almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inaccurate.
Inadequate.
Inadequate. That's what I get for drinking. Happens. Okay, inadequate. Thank you. On many levels, and failed to take account for the impact on our gamers. So he says in last week in the UK's competition authority said that it was concerned that Microsoft's $68.7 billion Activision Blizzard acquisition could harm rivals by shutting them out of popular games like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, which I find that to be very funny. Warcraft is only, but what? And so Phil Spencer, the chief, this says Xbox chief Phil Spencer essentially responded by saying the company made a deal with Sony to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for several more years in an offer that goes well beyond the typical gaming industry agreements. And then so there is a post by somebody I'm blocked, Hughes. I think his name is Hughes EX. I don't know why he blocked me, but he blocked me, so I don't ever get to see his stuff, which it don't matter. But I see his post right here in this article that he was saying that Sony was Activision Blizzard's largest consumer in 2020, accounting for 17% of its sales, or 1.37 billion, while Microsoft was Activision Blizzard's fourth largest consumer in 2020, behind Apple and Google, accounting for 11% of its sales, or 890 million. Now, this is what's funny about this, right? Because I would like to see what the numbers look like in 2021. You know, because of course Hughes is a PlayStation guy. So he's going to bring out numbers that makes PlayStation's situation seem more viable. While, I mean, we're in 2022. Why you don't have those 2021 numbers? Because because we know that Call of Duty Vanguard, the sales were down all across the board. So was it that Xbox, when you had a new console out there, the hype was there? There was, the console was selling very well, and then PlayStation was having those chip shortages. I mean, well, they both were having chip shortages, but there was more Xboxes, especially with the Xbox One S out there available. Was this the customer base about even, maybe a little bit higher with PlayStation because of PlayStation 4? You know what I'm saying? And compared to what the situation was. That's why I kind of look at this situation. I look at this graph of what he's showing and saying like it's 17 to 11. Nobody wasn't buying Xbox Ones. Everybody was ready to move on from Xbox One to get a Series X. So I find that to be a little strange. But anyway, let me go to you, Ham Solo.
No wonder your ass is blocked.
I know. Listen, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the man, but I mean, did I not?
You're challenging his point. How dare you?
Oh my God! You know what I'm saying? I like to challenge people. I like people to challenge back. I mean, that's the whole point of a podcast. That's the whole. I love the back and forth. I mean, the interaction, the debate. It's exciting to me. But anyway, so Cam, with that being said, is it one of those things where Jim Ryan is talking too much, and not only making PlayStation look so codependent on Call of Duty to the point that this might turn off PlayStation fans to the point to where, like, man, you sound like a sniveling little baby. Man, let the shit go through and just let the situation happen as is? Or do you feel that what Jim Ryan is talking about has got some relevance?
K meant to say sniveling little bitch. That's what he meant to say.
I did,
Ooh.
but I will not say that about that man. I know him. That man makes more money. Might be the nicest person on earth. I ain't gonna say on that.
Man, I tell you though.
But he is doing that.
All right, so I don't think this is gonna affect PlayStation's like look. Really, it's only like affecting us that are talking about it, really, because a lot of people aren't gonna know any of this stuff unless they do any digging into the past once it blows over. And I mean, as for the Call of Duty thing, I really think the whole thing is just a bunch of dumb shit, to be real. Like, as much as I mean, I guess this is kind of an eat crow moment, right? That's the way I kind of look at it. Is like you done made this mess, and now you gotta clean your room, and you don't want to do it. You don't like it. You really don't fucking like it. Reminds me of my 4-year-old. You know, she makes all these messes. She, you know, we do all this stuff for her, and then I turn around and ask her to do something, and it's like, whoa, these stipulations ain't right. This isn't fair. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm just not a big fan of the way that it came out of his mouth, but at the same time, do I think it's going to hurt anything? Not at all. I don't think it's going to hurt anything at all. It might make some fanboys feel some type of way, but you already know what the fanboy is going to do. They're going to deflect and to continue to project strength that they may or may not have. More than likely don't have. Like, it's just not. It's just not a great. It's not a great look, but in like the biggest, or like, you know, like the scape of all in the, you know, world of it all of gaming, especially for like PlayStation, and don't nobody give a damn about this. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I agree. Now, saying that in 20, Microsoft was under God. Ben, I don't. You gotta show me patience.
To me, that doesn't matter. Like to me, to me, none of these statistics, none of this. You know, we've been with them for 20 years. None of. All right. Fuck that shit. You just got bought. You just got bought. You know what I'm saying? You just got purchased. I don't care what you did for the man before. This is a new marriage.
Oh shit!
This is a new marriage.
Oh shit! This man.
That's what I'm saying. Like you want to talk about the history? All this, like you didn't produce this game. You didn't make it. It wasn't yours. In fact, she was my bitch first.
Oh my!
Wait a minute.
Hey Mega, you brought up that comment knowing it was gonna get Ham Solo heated. That's what you did.
You know,
was my bitch first.
maybe not. You know, the old country boy does got a couple of
Call of Duty being tossed around.
Right.
I mean, am I lying? Am I lying? Was it not on Xbox first? So all this 20
ain't nobody challenging your point.
All this 20 year, all this but we've been here for a long time, baby. We've been doing our damn. No, it's over. The gig is up. You got a couple years. Pack your shit. Get the step in.
Ooh.
It just is what it is. Like this is and this is only affecting you. This isn't affecting the whole gaming community. You said, oh, this is hurting for my PlayStation players. You didn't give a shit about Xbox players when you said, oh, can't have that game. Oh, 2-year exclusivity for that game. Oh, we're gonna throw in an extra quest on that game. Oh, you were in your you were in your fucking bag when you were doing that shit. You loved it. The Warriors were out here saying, the best place to play it is here. I mean, bro, I gotta hit that motherfucking button. I gotta hit that motherfucking button.
Hit it.
Headshots.
Darkness.
No scoping.
Tables are turned. Do with him whatever you would like.
Exactly. That is it right there. The tables have turned, and you don't like it that much. You don't like it. You're starting to realize what they went through, what they didn't like. Oh shit. Now you gotta. Now you got to see how it feels to have a game that's beloved by many players of all different kinds, and you might not get it. You probably will, but you might not. Well, that's what you said about Final Fantasy.
Okay,
You'll probably get it.
Hold on, Ham. I do got to say this. I do got to throw my slander around because I think this is where we get messy at the end of the show. But you know what I'm saying? I see Cletus is saying sloppy seconds. Wait a minute. This is exactly what this is right here.
This is sloppy first, bro.
Yo said Call of Duty was popular through the 360. Then she thought the grass was greener on the other side and went over to the PlayStation, and the PlayStation was nothing but just a roach-filled motel, just full of just nothing.
Oh, roaches.
You know what I'm saying? Just filthy. And so she's still trying to hang out because now she don't want to be embarrassed, but now she knows what she wants. And the reason why I say that she wants to come back to where it was, where she had all her motherfucking esteem and glory, is because of the fact that she called Microsoft herself and said, look, I want to get back with you, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really sloppy. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation was fucking with the sloppy seconds. Because, you know what I'm saying, Xbox did everything dirty and everything for years because they were the ones that put Call of Duty in the position that they were in. And then after they smuttered her out, they let PlayStation go ahead and get a taste. And PlayStation, got sprung and was like, yo, I ain't never had nothing like that, B. I need this. I need that. I need her. I love her. But you ain't doing shit. You ain't sit there. You ain't doing nothing to sit there and provide for this for. And so what did she do? She called the ex on why she's with you. That's exactly what Bobby Kotick did. Called Microsoft and say, buy us. They didn't go nowhere near the Sony's broke ass and say anything about buy us. They said, Microsoft, get us back to the prominence where we were. We're just only keeping this sorry broke ass company afloat. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Broke ass. Jesus.
Holy
shit. I think you might have gone
over here saying Jim Ryan swimming. Jim Ryan swimming. Somebody need to toss him a floaty.
See, this is what happens. But anyway, hey, what's up, man? Hey, dude said Kareem chill. He's on R. Kelly shit. Hey, bro, I'm just saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
Bro, that's the
I'm
best
a Kareem. You need to chill.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just like, relax. It's okay. Xbox made the mistake by letting Call of Duty go in the first place. I argued the point because I thought that Xbox was going to be smart enough to have their IPs drop on the Xbox One, but they were in so much flux and didn't get their shit together, and PlayStation flourished from it. But now they looked and they seen,
Xbox were filling themselves from the 360.
Right, they were
filling themselves.
They should, but then of course, when somebody feels themselves, they get their ass out there, and then they get hit across the damn head, and then they realize, oh shit, we ain't as tough as we thought we were. And
I
then
can't make
that's-
it the excuse
Had him
before.
looking-
The excuse before was, oh man, yeah, we got the exclusive deal. Well, Xbox could have did it. Xbox had that chance to walk up in there and offer them the bag, but they didn't do it. You know what they did this
Right.
time? They offered them the bag for everything, and they said,
Everything.
"Hey, you're going to give me every last bit of your content."
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
and then and then now you're and then now people are out here complaining about it? Like, yo, like you just told them to do that. They did something that your squad might not be able to afford to do, but they did what you was asking for. Now you're mad.
Crazy to me. It just doesn't make any
You know that
sense.
tough guy in the club who tells the other dude, do some.
Right.
And the next dude pulls out a piece and shoots him in the leg.
Uh,
And he's like, what the fuck?
damn.
What are you doing? It's
Damn.
like, dog, you did say I should do so. I
Right.
done did it.
Or he watches the homeboy get his ass beat. He don't even jump in and get his ass beat too. Sir X-Man in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Sir X-Man in the chat, he said, I told everyone Sony is on business welfare. You gotta stop
Oh,
that.
man.
You gotta stop that.
I told you, Lo. I told you earlier on the other show today, Lo. Sir X-Man is out of pocket with
He out of pocket with that. But
Yeah.
listen.
Welfare? No.
No,
No.
they're not on welfare, but it is clear. Listen, this is the bottom line. For any stand out there that try to defend this shit, Cap, you know what I'm saying? You can block me or whatever, but this is the reality. The heads of Activision went to Microsoft. The console leader, the market leader, last gen, came out there dominating, had Call of Duty selling better than it's ever sold before. PlayStation 4s are selling out the wazoo.
Wait, PlayStation 4 is the market leader. I thought that was Nintendo.
They were at that time before Nintendo came and just started slaughtering everything.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
before the
beforehand.
Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Before the Switch.
Well, it came out before the Switch, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out before the Switch, and PlayStation was still well ahead until I think 2019, 2018 is when the Switch caught. I think it was 2018, 2019 when the Switch caught up. But regardless of the fact, Switch is the market leader now, right? But then PlayStation was the market leader. They had all the cards. They have all the momentum. Everybody loves them. Single player games is more important than multiplayer games. All that blah blah blah. Timed exclusive, Street Fighter V, all that jazz is all on PlayStation. PlayStation has everything. And what did the heads of Activision do? They called Microsoft. They didn't call Sony. Sure, Sony could have got a loan from somebody. They could have went to the Emirates or whatever the hell, the heads of Japan, and said, look, bro, we could get this solidified, and I guarantee you they would have got the money. They would have said, get that shit immediately. But you know what happened?
Xbox done popped the trunk.
Xbox said, shit, we got that shit on the couch, bro. They pulling out stacks. Hey, bro, we get this shit right now. What, you really want to do this? You got stacks right now. If you want to wait for that loan from Sony, you know what I'm saying that check might bounce, but hey, we here. Stacks in the couch right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a trunk. Oh, no. We got stacks in a couch that's in the other room in the back with the plastic on it when nobody goes in there. We just gonna pull that. We'll just cut that shit open and we'll just put these stacks out right now.
If they need more, they'll say, yo, Activision, you need more? All right. Hey, yo, Phil, we finna go buy the bank. Let's go.
Right.
Not buy the bank, buy. Like we
what time is it? Hey,
oh,
Phil.
Man.
Hey,
Yo, B.
hey, Phil, what time is it? Oh man, Bobby Kotick called me at
Phil gonna be like, it's time to do the money dance, dog.
No. This how cold that Microsoft did it. You know what I'm saying? Phil said, man, shit, man, it's 10 p.m., man. The bank is closed. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Oh, Bobby Kotick called talking about selling Activision. Shit, let me call the manager at the bank. Get his ass at the bank. Open that shit up now. Hey, Phil, you know it's 10 p.m. Can you wait in the morning? Nah, bruh. We need this money. You know what I'm saying? I need to get this money right now. I need you to be there in 15. I'll be there in 10, Phil. That's what's going on here. That's what's happening. That's what's going
Oh,
on.
man.
So they go up there to the bank. I know I'm just making this shit up as I go, but it's fun. And he goes up to the bank, open
Obviously.
this shit up at 11. So it was 10. It was 10:15. It's 10:30 p.m. West Coast time. You know what I'm saying? The banker, the head of the bank is sleepy. He said, "Man, what do you need?" He says, "Man, go into my safety deposit box. Don't go into the vault. Go into the safety deposit box. Just pull out a couple of stacks." Because we need a couple of more. They add, you know what I'm saying? We
They
had
make it
50,
running out of breath out here.
we got 50 billion. We got 50 billion, but we need another 18.
It wasn't just one safety deposit buy. It was one of 500.
500. Right. Get
Oh,
it. Let's get this shit be messy. Let's make it messy. But anyway, the whole
Bro said we need a couple trucks.
we need to call some trucks. Because they said it's straight cash, homie. Straight cash. Oh my God. This is hilarious.
I need to jump in here for a minute.
Yes,
Jesus,
please, sir.
man.
Please, sir. Go
Jeez.
ahead.
Settle down. Y'all
This
need
is
to settle
wild.
the hell down. You know, seriously, this is fun. This is fun. As long as we acknowledge that we're having fun. Listen.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're having fun.
The seriousness of the situation has not been grasped. You guys, we are all being bamboozled right now, including the fucking CMA.
Mhm.
Everyone out here talking about freaking Call of Duty. Call of Duty next to Candy Crush ain't nothing. Diablo Immortal was making $1 million a day for 2 solid months. Okay? We are sleeping on the fact that Activision is not just Call of Duty. Microsoft, they're probably even paying people to bitch about Call of Duty to fuck with our minds because everyone is focusing on the wrong damn thing. As far as Jim Ryan's comment goes or whatever, I don't think he's weak. I think he's just acknowledging that, you know, like Call of Duty specifically for PlayStation, it is a big deal. As for damaging PlayStation, it's not going to damage PlayStation. That's not how this works. How this works is PlayStation don't have any first-party games in their top 10 best-selling games.
Oh my God.
That's how this works. So all these super fans telling you about God of War and Death Stranding, the games that I love, man. I love.
Right. Great
I'm
games,
not
great
saying
games.
I'm not throwing shade on any of these
They're
games,
fantastic games, right?
dude. The sad truth is 70% of console gamers are not hardcore gamers. They don't even know about this acquisition.
Stop it. Don't do that. Don't
It is
bring up
the
some
truth.
statistics. Don't bring no statistics.
You
up.
don't
That's
have
just,
to like
that's
it.
just, oh no.
Don't.
Don't.
I'm on some Ben Shapiro shit. The facts don't care about your feelings, and the stats show it. For anyone that's curious, go to Statista. Obviously, for quality, you need to pay for quality. It's for the payers. You have to pay about $15 per month. But trust me, Statista has the best stats and graphs on video games and even movie stuff that you can even imagine. Okay, you're welcome. For anyone that actually has the balls and then actually invest in Statista, you are welcome for all the dubs that you are going to get after paying for Statista. Point is, 70% of console gamers, they're not into all this hardcore stuff. They're not into console warring. They don't care about none of that. They want they want to be serviced. They still 70% of the gaming industry still understands who's working for who. Okay, they know that Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo work for them. They don't work for these companies. So these same people are the same people that Sony was targeting when they were getting all these timed exclusives. Not on Final Fantasy. No. On freaking Call of Duty. All these play it first on Sony for 30 days. Play it first on PlayStation for 6 months. Dude, that shit matters. to 70% of the buyers out there, that matters. That is what decides what console they're going to get it on.
Absolutely.
So for me, the big thing that everyone is losing perspective on here is Game Pass. Everyone, for some reason, it's going over people's head. People are just focusing on the fact that they're going to be acquired and maybe they'll make it exclusive. Dude, even if Phil Spencer comes out and signs a contract with PlayStation and says every Activision game will be available, every single Activision game will be available day one. The base game will be available day one on PlayStation. It don't mean nothing. Nothing. Because as soon as you tell people, bro, if you have Game Pass, you got everything. It's over. It's not even a fight anymore. It's Mike Tyson versus K Mega. Mike Tyson in his prime versus K Mega
Oh, it's over.
10 years from now.
It's over. It's over. Mike Tyson getting his
Because
ass knocked out. No,
most people are not about paying. Most people are about responsible spending. And that is why PlayStation Plus Premium exists. They were getting pummeled. They were getting destroyed. Microsoft had given them a brand new asshole because of Game Pass. That's why they had to make Triple P. That's still not enough, because even if you give the normies, not people like me and you, K Mega, even if you give the normies access to it, most normies are well-adjusted adults. They know how to count. They know that if you pay $70, you get base Call of Duty. They also know if you pay $15, which with the new family plan that's about to come in could turn into freaking $5 if you've got 5 cousins. It could turn into fucking $5 for Xbox Ultimate. And you not only get Call of Duty, you get all the bonus shit that is not on PlayStation, plus everything else that's already on on Game Pass and still coming to Game Pass. I'm sorry if there's any console warrior in the chat. I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you. Take the facts. Most people don't give a shit. Most people are not. They don't attach their personalities to a piece of plastic. Okay, so this is gonna change everything. At the very least, Sony and Microsoft are gonna be sharing number 2, and they're gonna be switching positions on a weekly basis. But as far as Call of Duty being, as Activision Blizzard joining Microsoft, this is just dubs all over for Microsoft. Because even if people insist on just buying the game on PlayStation, bro, it's $70 for everybody. You paying, everybody paying. And whose pocket is that going to? Freaking Microsoft. Microsoft, the only way Microsoft can lose right now is if they don't get Activision Blizzard. Because as soon as they get it, they're milking Call of Duty until the PlayStation casuals move over to Game Pass, and then freaking Candy Crush and Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4 coming out next year are gonna make them enough money so that by the end of fiscal year 2023, they've already made back half of what they spent on the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Dubs all over. The only way the console warrior wins right now is if this purchase goes and gets canceled. Anything other than that, dubs all over for Microsoft.
Wow. No, I 100%. It was so well said that I even clipped it. I don't know. I mean, you said so much that I couldn't only a little bit, but
Bravo, Lo, bravo.
Bravo. No.
Now clip what I'm about to say, K Mega. Clip
Okay,
what I'm
go.
about to say.
Okay, say it right now.
Have you started? Have you started?
Is that how that works? Because I've never done the clip thing. So do I gotta wait till you start talking now to hit the clip?
Okay.
Or
Okay. I'll start.
No,
I'll
no,
start.
no,
I'll
no,
start.
no, 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 no. He can start, and once he finished, you could clip it, and it would start from, and it would start maybe like 10, 15 seconds before he started.
okay, go ahead. Say what
All
you
right.
gotta say.
K-Mega,
Yes.
this is dubs all over for Microsoft, but it's going to be a shit show for the consumer.
Okay.
I said it.
And why
I
would
said
it
it
be?
because
Why would
this
it be
deal, right? This deal, although Microsoft is, although Xbox is
Thank you.
in firmly in third position, no doubts about it. It's firmly in third position. The reason this is a big is going to be a loss for the consumer in the long term is because of Microsoft's financial power, right? They can with Activision, they're now going to be able to leverage even more influence on the gaming industry, so they can start laying the foundations, maybe not for a monopoly, but definitely for a duopoly. Because if this works out well for Activision and PlayStation doesn't pivot in a very big way, and I mean very big, it's going to be a cascade of events. Microsoft is just going to go from strength to strength, and then PlayStation is going to go the way of Sega.
So you are going into that thinking that PlayStation will eventually just kind of fold and maybe become a
No, I'm not saying that's what will happen. What I'm saying is, if this acquisition goes through, that reality, or that possible reality, becomes more tangible. Because right now, without Activision, right, remove Activision from Microsoft's hand, Sony is guaranteed in terms of their future. But in my opinion, from what I see, the trend, from the way I see the trend going, man, I don't see a PlayStation 7.
I said this.
If Sony doesn't pivot very well, the PS6 will be it. The same way Sega was pushed into a corner by Sony, and they didn't react well.
Thank you so much.
It led to their downfall.
Thank you so much for that
downfall.
Point. Thank you so much for saying that, because I posted something and I said this in my video yesterday of the same thing, but I posted something and there was PlayStation stands that was pushing back on me, saying it had nothing to do with Sony. It was the bad management of Sega. And I'm like,
oh, shut up.
And I'm like, I get what you're saying. There was bad management with Sega, but the overall point was that Sony has been getting away with their tactics from the very beginning.
Took advantage of that.
Right. Sony
also is
Sega.
You could say. Go ahead, Kim. Sorry.
Sega is just a victim of circumstance. Sega wasn't even on Sony's sites. It was Nintendo, because they had a problem with Nintendo. And because Sony wanted to come in and because at that time they were the bigger company, they were the richest company to get into gaming, and they wanted to set a standard. So they started this whole thing with timed exclusives. And they were and then they went so far to the point of saying, they started looking around and saying, well, damn, what games that can we add to PlayStation to make PlayStation look more attractive, not only because they were aggressive with their price point and all of that, but then I said this in a video I did yesterday. I said, if you remember, the Sega Saturn launched with Tomb Raider 1. And then when Tomb Raider 2 dropped,
It even looked better on the Sega Saturn.
Oh yeah, the Sega Saturn was a more powerful console. PlayStation never had a more powerful console until the PlayStation 3. That was the most powerful console that they ever made, I thought. Well, the PlayStation 5 is the most powerful that they ever made, but with comparable to
in
the
comparison to the competition.
Yeah, competition. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 3 was the most powerful console that they made. But what was fascinating is that when Tomb Raider 2 came out, Sony made sure that Tomb Raider 2 was exclusive only to PlayStation. And that and then like our ignorance is us because we were younger. We didn't know. We didn't pay attention to that. We didn't get into the weeds about what was going on in the industry. I thought games like Tekken and so forth was all PlayStation games. They weren't. They just played to keep those games off of there. And then this was the crazy thing because because I'm into fighters. And so I remember when I was going to the store to decide which console I wanted, and then I seen Battle Arena Toshinden, and Battle Arena Toshinden had on his poster the Virtua Fighter Killer. And I'm like, what? Ooh. And then when and see, that game didn't pan out like they thought. Like the first two games were a success, but then after that, the games fell. But they did not have an idea how successful Tekken was going to be. And then they were like, well, shit, we got Tekken, Battle Arena Toshinden, we got Street Fighter EX, we got all these other games here included, and Sega is over here hemorrhaging money because they can't keep up with the big conglomerate. That's why I was upset about when Jeff Keighley said, well, I'm going to talk to Microsoft to see if I get a response. Well, how about you go and do some real journalism and going all the way back when Sony started doing this type of bullshit all the way back in 1995? How about you give us a big picture of how many consoles that was put into the console graveyard by Sony's tactics by doing timed exclusives? They didn't have to buy studios because they could pay and nickel and dime to keep and persuade, because PlayStation was the console leader at that time. They were the most popular, and so all they had to do was just give them a little bit of money to make sure that those games stayed off of Nintendo and PlayStation. I mean Nintendo and Sega. And lo and behold,
K, they know the goddamn past, bro. They act like they don't know, but they know.
No. Realist, you're wrong. No, Sega, they hurt themselves. There's no doubt about it. But it was a perfect storm.
Dude,
kind of like
10 years from now, we can say Sony hurt themselves by increasing the price of their console.
Yes.
We can say they hurt themselves by increasing the price of their base games. Come on, man.
Yes.
Come
on.
But
at the end of the day, what will be the determining factor if Sony does fold? It'll be because Microsoft sit there and took away Call of Duty from them.
And didn't increase the price of their console,
right?
Didn't increase the price of their subscription,
right?
Made it cheaper,
right?
The fuck?
Right. That's the whole thing.
Did you guys see that family plan thing? Did you do the math?
Right. Like, and just think about this. If you know what I'm saying, which I gotta hit up Greenberg. I do. I gotta hit him up in the private messages. If you know what I'm saying, about what I'm saying. Why is it that Africa don't have rewards? You know what I'm saying. I need to know myself. I need to ask.
Please.
I will. I'll ask
and
him.
Ask him what level of market research he fucking needs to get it moving. Because I'm willing to put my own money down for this.
And even if you know what I'm saying, and even if I don't get the response that I want, because it might be a corporate response. I don't know. Aaron Greenberg is a really good guy. I know people that will talk to the main man himself, Phil Spencer. And I'll say, hey, could you ask this question for him? You know what I'm saying, to him for me? You know what I'm saying? So we can try to get this to get understanding, because if they can do it now, because listen, it could be a government thing. We don't know. Your government might be like, nah, we ain't into that shit or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the situation could be. But I will get into it because I don't
think it's government, because the US government the US government has like I was reading up on the controversy with Microsoft's military contracts.
Yeah.
The US government has more military bases around the world than anyone. And specifically in Africa, there's more than 30 countries with US military bases. So in terms of like government intelligence, just that alone shows that US does have lots of allies in Africa. So can we at least get Microsoft rewards in those countries?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll you know what I'm saying? Look, like I said, I'm going to ask
Reach
because
out.
I will definitely reach out, and then I'll sit there and I'll throw your name in there to see if hopefully they can get in touch with you.
No,
Because he'll know more about that.
There's no need to add my name. Listen,
okay.
listen. I don't want to take over the show, but
Yeah.
this subject has me really, really
I know.
freaking heated.
Of course
Someone
it should.
Someone said that Sony was only buying rights for third-party games. Microsoft is out here buying publishers.
Sure.
Man, I cannot express this more than in. I'm going to give you guys a good analogy. K-Mega, if you're on the street and you randomly slap some dude who ain't your friend, you just randomly slap him, is it his responsibility to make sure that he only slaps you back?
No.
I believe that it applies to this situation. You cannot tell me that just because Sony was screwing Microsoft players or Xbox players in a certain way, they have the right to demand that Microsoft screw them back in that exact same way.
Exactly.
That's not how things work. All right? If you do something, you're going to get a reaction, but you don't have the right to choose what reaction you're going to get or what level of reaction you're going to get. That's not how it works, man.
Sony is so used to getting what they want and doing what they want. They sound like entitled babies right now. Like, I mean, this is business. And we all know, everybody that's listening and people that will be listening later, they all know if Sony had the capital to get Activision, we all know that Call of Duty would never see the light of day. Maybe
Day one.
Maybe Warzone would be on Xbox, but Call of Duty itself as a whole, it would never touch PlayStation. And that's why I'm saying, like, the EU even questioning that this is it. Look, and I don't even think Microsoft would even say anything. They would just kind of roll with it and say, look, well, we just got to buy something else or do something else. But
it's the UK. It's the UK that's saying something. It's not the EU. It's the UK.
Oh, I'm sorry. The UK. I'm sorry. It's not because that's right. They're separated, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just the one thing to me is that I find it to be very problematic. And it shouldn't hold water because of the whole fact of, that's why I brought up the whole thing about Battle Arena Toshinden and with the Sega situation. And then listen, I played all these consoles. I played the Neo. Now the Neo Geo was not a console that was sold in the United States like that. Like, the only reason, I mean, you could get it, but it cost so much money. The only reason why I got a chance to play it is because there was a friend named Manuel that was stationed from Guam that moved here to the United States, came to Oklahoma, and we got a chance to play the 6 games that he had because his dad told him, no, we ain't buying no more of those Neo Geo games. They're too goddamn expensive. So that's the only reason why I got a chance, other than the arcades. But the TurboGrafx 16, the 3DO, the Jaguar, all those consoles met a demise because the games that was on PlayStation, which weren't owned by PlayStation, they were just marketed and timed exclusives, would not be put on those consoles to give them an opportunity to live. So how the hell is it that Call of Duty is going to be that much substantial compared to what Sony has done through its history to shut down companies, to make Sega a third party, tried to make Nintendo a third party, and almost made Xbox fold and become to have Gears and Halo get bought by Gearbox and Gears go back to Epic, so those games could go on to PlayStation. PlayStation was almost there. It was It was that close because of Xbox's bad management. And the fact that Sony was forcing the same strategy that they did on Sega by making games exclusive only to the platform. How is that? How is it that the UK is not looking into this? Like, well, because we know that the diplomats, they're getting paid.
Mega, I have to push
all
back
tied
on
in.
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have to push back on you on why this is happening for Microsoft, but probably wouldn't happen with Sony. And this goes back to what we spoke about in the previous podcast, Ham, last week on bullshitting. The CMA and the other countries that are looking this thing over, they're not looking at it as Xbox buying Activision. They're looking at it as Microsoft buying Activision. Yes. If Sony bought Activision, it's just little old Sony. Sony is not even in the top 50 of the most of the biggest companies in the world. Microsoft's number 3, not in gaming. I
thought Microsoft is
period.
number 2 now. Microsoft was number 1 at one point, but I thought they were number
2. Okay, so you're just making my point. Microsoft is in the top echelons, not of gaming companies, of companies, period. These guys make more money than the freaking Saudi oil companies. So that's why when Microsoft is making this acquisition, it's a gigantic deal, because any analyst with a brain can look at all that capital that they already have, and how can they're obviously going to leverage this to increase their market cap in the industry in a way that even if you gave Activision to Sony, they wouldn't be able to increase their market cap compared to what Microsoft could do with Activision because of all their money.
I mean, here's what it is, right? Like, I mean, when Sony was in here playing the game the way that they played it, nobody questioned it. Sony was the biggest, was bigger than Nintendo. Was the biggest company to get into gaming at that point in time, right?
Yeah, but they weren't the biggest company in the world, man.
I don't know. Sony was pretty fucking big back in the 80s and 90s. Like, I mean, you know, they overtook Hitachi and Panasonic. Or was Panasonic American?
Yeah, but that's tech. That's what I'm trying to tell you, dude. The brackets here, Microsoft is not in a sub bracket for tech or anything. Microsoft is playing with everyone.
I know that. But I'm just saying overall, if I get it, and Sir X-Man made a good point.
Can't believe you got me out here defending Sony.
I know you're out here defending them hard, but it's okay. But like Sir X-Man said, like,
just being objective.
No, I love the objection. You know what I'm saying, but look, we got to get out of here. Hey, over. But so we won't do
quiz time. Oh,
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for. I was ready to whoop your ass. I'm charged. I'm ready. But anyway,
sure.
But no, but we're running right late. I just want to just make this point is that look, man, when you look at other companies like Tencent is huge. Embracer Group is in the gaming space is massive. They have way more studios than everybody damn near combined. So I just can't, you know what I'm saying? Activision, yes, it's the oldest company out there. That's what it's the oldest company, it's one of the oldest companies out there that's still standing. But the point of it is that, listen, Activision is going to fold eventually because of the whole Bobby Kotick thing, the situation that was going on with them, with the workers, wanting the union, all of that stuff. That's why they went to Microsoft like, save us, bail us out. I'll get out of here, run off, you know what I'm saying, do the shit that we do, but I you know what I'm saying, Sony couldn't save them. So that, and no other company couldn't say, and I don't think that Activision wanted Tencent, a Chinese company, to own them. So I think that was the only option that they had. So let's just say hypothetically that this deal don't go through, Activision is going to fold eventually. And then what happens to Call of Duty then? If it comes into an individual studio, then Microsoft's got a better chance of just getting that studio because they can outbid everybody other than, Amazon or Google or Tencent. You see what I'm saying? Sony wouldn't still be a player. So that's also overall, when you look at that situation, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Microsoft at this point in time, they're playing nice. If Jim Ryan keeps on trying to play this game, it's going to cause more bad blood. I know that they got other stakes with the cloud and other things between Sony and Microsoft, but between Xbox and PlayStation, if Phil don't want to play nice no more, PlayStation is fucked, because then he's got the backing from the head of Microsoft. You think the head of Microsoft is going to care about PlayStation or Sony? No. So it's better for Jim Ryan and whoever else is telling Jim Ryan to keep opening his mouth, shut his damn mouth, or this could get really bad. Because if that deal don't go through, what do you think Microsoft / Xbox will do? They will rake studios. They're not going to buy a few. They will rake. Do you disagree with me on that?
I disagree. Me and Ham had
Okay.
we went at Ham. You still there? Remember, we went at it because of this specific point.
Okay.
Because I was like, everyone is convinced that this is what's gonna make if Microsoft fails to buy Activision, then they're just gonna lose it and go Super Saiyan.
Loke is out of this goddamn
and just
mind right here. Don't even
buy
listen to
Sega,
what
buy
he has to
Konami,
say. This is crazy.
buy everyone, dude. There's a website dedicated to Microsoft's abandoned projects. I'm not saying that they will definitely give up. What I'm saying is there's a chance that these boys are going to be like, boys and girls are going to be like, you know what? This is not worth the trouble. Screw it.
Right.
I know. I still remember what Bill Gates said. K-Mega, I'm sure you remember. Remember the press conference with The Rock? He did say, we are not here to just play around. We're here to kick ass. He said it in the most nerdy way possible and whatever, but I believe he meant it. That's why they're still in it. But there's a chance, I believe, that if they fail to get Activision, they're going to lose the momentum.
Oh my God. All right. This is why. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I said it.
Yeah, I know you said it.
Oh, hell no.
This is why you're wrong. And this is why I got to put the pushback of the pushbacks, and Ham help me go ahead and rap hack this motherfucker, beat his ass down, beat the hell out of his legs until he slides back in his bed and go to sleep. Because this is the reason. This is the reason why Microsoft will be savage if this deal don't go through. It's because of what you just said. You said that Bill Gates said, the old former boss said, we came here to kick ass. Okay, Sony cried so much and got us to where this shit got fucked off. We're here to kick ass now. They're already proven that they're not the timid Microsoft that was trying to be friends when the Xbox One era, or even in the 360 era when they were just trying to get their footing. They're in a space now where their console is 20 years plus old, and they're viable, and people are fans of Xbox. And now we got the backing that we've only had when we had the Red Ring of Death. Think about that. Where do you think, if that deal does not go through, where do you think that 68 or $70 billion is going to go? You think that shit's going to go to lollipops and unicorns for a fucking kids fest?
You get a buyout.
Bro,
everyone gets a buyout.
Bro, CD Projekt Red, motherfucking 2K.
Oh, fuck, no.
They're going to offer everyone that they even think about wanting.
Oof.
And money talk bullshit.
You know what would be nice?
Money talk
bullshit
walks. What would be nice?
If they bought Konami and then they were like, "Yo, Kojima, how you feel about Metal Gear Solid 6?"
Bro,
Oof.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Oof.
like it would be
Oof.
like don't. That's what I'm trying to tell the stands. Don't wish for this shit to happen to not go through, because I think at that point Microsoft the Xbox is going to see red. They're going to be so heated because they're trying to play the game as nice as possible. They're here to win. They're ready to. They want to be the console leader. They want to make sure that they are in command, have a good look. They want to get back to the 360 era where they were the most beloved console. You know what I'm saying? I know that they weren't the most sold console, but they were the most beloved console in that generation. But if you sit there and if Sony does enough tactics to where that deal doesn't go through, all bets are off. You know what I'm saying? I just listen. Phil Spencer is you know what I'm saying? I've talked to the man. He's a really cool guy. But that man is competitive as shit. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. That man is competitive. He don't like to hear. Listen, what did he do when people said Xbox had no games? What did he do when they start hearing that?
He got him some games.
That's right. What did he do?
There's too many games. My brother has anxiety because of Game Pass.
What did Phil do when they said that the console was weaker than the PlayStation, when everybody was saying 1080p made you a better gamer? What did Phil do?
1X.
And then what after that? What happened after that? What did he bring after that?
Xbox Series X and X, 2 SKUs at one time.
Monster.
And motherfuckers said, "Oh, that's not gonna happen." All right,
bro,
place your bets,
bro. When they said that when they said that Xbox wasn't going to do this and was going to do this, why is it that Xbox is doing whatever the fuck they want to now? Yeah,
because they got the backing of Microsoft.
They got the backing of the lead of Phil. Whatever Phil Spencer came in there and said, Phil could have came in there some gangster shit, or Phil could have came in there and begged like a bitch. I have no idea what he did, but whatever he did, it came out and he got what he wanted. Because
whatever he did in that room came make a Satya Nadella and the shareholders gave him a blank checkbook. They said, go dominate.
Right. And he sit there and that man, Nadella was not into the Xbox. He thought
not at all.
He
didn't
said
give a fuck.
Xbox was irrelevant. I was like, oh my
Bro,
God, Xbox
he
is
cared
done.
more. He cared more about mixing than the Xbox.
Yes, he cared more about mixing and all that shit than he did about Xbox. Phil came in there and said, now I do know this from that interview. Phil said either we gonna be all in or we ain't gonna be all in. Now after that, I don't know what Phil said. Phil could have sit there and did some pleading, baby, please get this right. Or he could have said, no, bro, I've been here for the motherfucking long haul. We gonna get this shit popping. So what you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
K-Mega, you sound like a proper board right now. Settle down.
Bro, I'm
down.
He's
Han Solo, can you check your man?
Bro,
check your man.
Keep going, Meg. Keep going, dog.
We going way too long. This is 3 hours and 30 minutes. But anyway, I just
K-Mega, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to add another 20 seconds. Satya Nadella did not insist on Xbox because Phil Spencer gave him a killer pitch. Satya Nadella
that's not true.
had a meeting. He had a meeting with some statisticians, and they showed him that gaming is the number one entertainment industry on the planet Earth.
But who was
if you combine, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on. Even if you combine all the other entertainment industries together, they still don't make the same revenue as gaming on an annual basis.
That's a fact.
It's a very simple. It's very simple math, and that's why that's also why I think people are sleeping on this Activision thing. I don't think Microsoft are tripping about Call of Duty. Microsoft are tripping because of Activision mobile section, because mobile makes 76% of gaming revenue, and Activision is gigantic in mobile.
Right, and on top of that helps xCloud. So
yes, indeed.
Yes, Azure.
I
Oh
think
my
it's
god.
funny. I think it's funny that people equate it into just Call of Duty or like mobile. Like, bro, like it's every piece of the pie for Activision that's super duper important. Their launchers for PC and everything. Xbox's PC launcher, not that great.
No, it's not.
It'd be great to have some people in there
No, that's
to
just
help
trash.
out. Guess what? Blizzard has a pretty fantastic launcher. Their launcher is not that bad. You know, I mean, yeah, you got the mobile as well. You got um oh yeah, you got like the Call of Duties,
PC games.
Overwatches, and all that stuff. But
Diablo.
Diablo.
but yeah, I mean,
World of
but
Warcraft.
like,
Crash
but it's
Bandicoot.
just they got like it's like you're looking at that. I mean, bro, it's like you're looking at that chick, and it's like, man, she don't just have an ass. She got a face. She got, she got the whole package. The
Zero belly
feet are
fat.
done
She's got
up.
a
Everything.
doctor's
She
degree.
is ready to go like top to bottom. So everybody focuses on like hyper focuses on Call of Duty or hyper focus on
And
mobile
PlayStation's
or
dirty
like
ass didn't know
Candy
how to
Crush.
treat her. PlayStation's dirty ass didn't know how to treat
Oh my
her.
god.
Didn't know how to treat
K
her.
Mega.
PlayStation's dirty ass just filthy. Didn't know how to treat that motherfucking fine ass dime. Didn't
Oh
know.
my god. Is this how you be talking about PlayStation when you're in your meetings with Phil and Aaron? Is this and you guys be chopping it up, laughing your asses off like, yeah, they nasty motherfuckers. Seriously? Come on, man. Come on.
No, but that shit is funny as hell though. Oh my god.
I'm trying to picture Phil and Aaron laughing at all that shit that you're saying.
Oh,
And it's cringe. It's
they'll
cringe
laugh
as fuck.
if they hear. They used to listen to the show. I don't know if they still listen anymore, but they used to listen to the show. So I mean, because
Bruh, if they listen, Microsoft rewards in Africa for the love of whatever God
I know.
that
I will. Like I said,
Microsoft prays to.
I'm gonna hit up some people just to make sure. I can't promise anything because I don't have clout like that. I know people that has more clout that they can sit there.
Yo,
and talk
Mega.
about. What up?
On that topic, I just gotta say a few things. It's gonna be quick.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole Jim Ryan crying and all this shit. Look, you reap what you sow. Shit happens. All that shit that Sony did in the past is finally caught up with y'all. Number one. Number two.
Let's go.
If Microsoft decides to make Call exclusive to Xbox after the deal is over, right? Last time I checked, Sony got a few FPS in their backlog that they haven't touched in a
6.
while. So calm, bro.
6.
Yeah.
So
They have
fucking
6
calm.
FPSs.
Mag.
Yeah, 6 FPS,
yeah.
but so calm, bro. So back in the day, so calm was running
Siphon
the
filter.
fucking game. Counter-Strike was running the fucking game. Bro, go make a deal with whoever made Counter-Strike,
Resistance.
whoever made SOCOM,
Resistance.
and it was another FPS. Valve had
Haze.
made it. I forgot the name. I forgot the not
Well,
that
Hayes
was
was a
something totally
multiplat
different.
though.
Bro, you got
yeah.
you,
No, that was
bro,
the time.
you got
Warhawk.
those.
They could bring back Warhawk. Could you imagine how dope Warhawk would be right now?
Bro, listen, bro. They got a catalog of FPS shooters that they haven't touched. SOCOM and get whoever made Counter-Strike, make Counter-Strike exclusive to PlayStation after this whole debacle. That get easy if they get the right developers and make this shit into a worldwide or bring it back to being a worldwide phenomenon. Hell, Counter-Strike is still selling on Xbox 360. You could buy on the marketplace right now. Bro, take it easy.
Oh, it could turn into the next Crossfire X. But okay.
Hey, Crossfire X is better than it has been,
Stop,
though.
stop
Crossfire X is
Stop
better.
bullshit.
It's so much better now. Play that shit now. It is a lot better now. It still needs some more work, but it is playable. It is enjoyable.
Listen, Sony, Counter-Strike, and SOCOM. Easy. Those basically your two choices, or just convince goddamn Goddamn Bungie to make Destiny 2 the next
I
Destiny
mean, go
exclusive.
to hit up David Jaffe and bring back because they're doing. But see, that's another bullshit too. They don't want to pay a
Right.
person that's created some of the best IPs for PlayStation.
Man,
And
listen.
David Jaffe, you can love or
Listen.
hate the man, but the man
The
sit there and
situation
made
they're in right
Twisted
now-
Metal, and you're gonna have
Mhm.
somebody else to make that creation. Twisted Metal is amazing. Like that's
Twisted
a game
Metal
that
Black
should have
is the
been.
GOAT. Twisted Metal Black is the GOAT.
Goat
Oh
of those
my
arena
God.
car
Oh
games.
my
The
God, bro.
GOATs. There's no game touching that. I love Vigilante 8 and all those other, but nothing touches Twisted Metal. You get
Vigilante
David
8 was
Jaffe to get
dope.
back on that shit, pay that,
That was
man.
Twisted Metal's
Let
long
that
lost
shit
step,
get on
brother.
there.
Yeah, but
Twisted Metal
like I
1,
said,
2, and
Twisted Metal 1,
Black.
2, 3, and Twisted Metal Black, man.
Yeah,
Listen, all I gotta say is
You
Sony.
didn't like Twisted Metal 4?
Hold on. Sony.
It's okay.
SOCOM, Counter-Strike, make y'all move. Y'all can easily bring that shit back to the phenomenon that it is today. And I guarantee you, if they get the right people involved, that shit will compete with Call of Duty. Let's go.
Have Bungie work on Mag. Bring Mag back. I mean, you
Simple
got
as that.
you own Planet Side. How about you bring Planet Side over to the console and redefine it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Look up Twisted Metal, man.
Yeah,
and
that's
you'll
all I
see
gotta
what
say
I'm talking
about
about. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. No,
Oh,
play-
and K, Twisted Metal Black, I don't know what it was, but on that PS2, that shit ran butter smooth,
Oh
bro.
my God, that game
So
ran smooth.
goddamn smooth. That
Graphically,
shit felt like it was
it was
60.
powerful.
That shit felt like it was 60
Bro.
frames per second.
Bro,
It was so goddamn smooth.
That story, everything, man. I
Oh
don't
my
like
God.
clowns.
Like a baby's bottom.
Oh,
Sweet
like a
2
baby's
turned into a
bottom?
damn transformer, bro.
Bro, I know.
Sweet 2 had a goddamn
A
transformer
thug.
car.
That
shit was
goddamn
crazy.
thug ass clown scared the shit out of me. I hated that bastard because my homeboys would always, because they knew I hated clowns. And so they kept on
Shit.
boy, but I
Don't tell
came
that
in there.
story, K. Save it for another day.
No, I ain't telling the story, but boy, that boy Spectre, boy, because Spectre shot the
Oh my
missiles
God.
shot the
Yes.
missiles from way out from somewhere. I would see that dirty ass
Yep.
clown. I would hit that ass over there from a distance. You ain't getting me, you dirty ass clown.
Good
Anyway,
times.
but
Good times.
yeah,
man.
but
Good
great times. Yeah. So my point, and then whoever got to say it, and then we can go ahead and close it out. But I said this yesterday.
tell you
Done
what,
shitting on PlayStation.
Well, no. What I said is that PlayStation has so many IPs. They shouldn't have. If I worked at PlayStation Studio, I would feel some kind of way of how Jim Ryan is acting towards a company that's not owned by Sony. You see what I'm saying? Like, my boss is telling me that I'm not capable of making a game like Call of Duty. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, all the accolades, all the things that was great, the game of the years, the games that was nominated for game of the years. Are you telling me for everything that we've done to produce all these hot ass titles on the PlayStation, you mean to tell me that I can't make no peanut butter and jelly ass goddamn game like Call of Duty? I would feel some kind of way. I would. Well, I mean, they
Dude,
bro,
you
I'm
wanna
just saying.
shut the show off, but you keep baiting me, dude. There's a reason why most of the movies that win the
I'm
Oscars
sorry, Ham and Yobi.
don't
I'm
make
trying
money.
to get out of here.
They don't
I'm
make
just
money. It's the same thing with the video game. Don't come to me with this argument about X game got 20 awards, 30 awards. Don't nobody give a crap about these awards. The normies
you're
don't
so
care about
messy.
the awards.
You
The
low-key
normies care
messy.
about good games.
You
I'm
low-key
just
messy.
giving you the facts.
You
I'm just
are.
giving you the fact. Avengers didn't get no Oscar. Freaking Avatar didn't get no Oscar. The games that get awards, it doesn't translate to bank. I'm sorry for all the fanboys that keep pointing out. Xbox hasn't had a game of the year since whatever. It does not translate to big billion-dollar dollars. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. That's why none of the exclusives that keep hauling these awards it make the top 10 on their own platform. That is the last I will say. Please, Mega, don't bait me no more, please. I'm trying to go.
No, I know. I'm trying to get out of here too. One thing.
Yo, I ain't baiting.
Stupid. Okay, but yeah, like the realist said, like, look at Gravity Rush. Like, Gravity Rush didn't move no. That it bothers me that PlayStation stand constantly tell you, like, all I did earlier today was celebrate the fact that I beat Soul Hackers 2. Atlas decide to bring another Atlas game to Xbox. It should be a celebration. Oh, I should be getting, and I did get a couple of PlayStation fans was like, "Oh, that's dope, Mega. That's cool." But the majority of the PlayStation stands that came in there, what did they tell? That game didn't sell. Well, what did it sell on Xbox? Well, the shit didn't sell on PlayStation at all either. The shit didn't even hit 10,000 on fucking in Japan. So instead of you sitting there trying to celebrate the fact that this game is now multi-platinum, that we can get that more gamers can get access to these games, which they don't care about, they want to always talk about something that doesn't matter, only just for the accolades, because that's what they live for. It's a burden. It's bothersome that there's so many of these people that say this rhetoric, and there's so many people that follow these people that say that dumb shit. When I'm out here trying to say, look, like, you know, because the first thing was trying to, oh yeah, you Xbox gamers just said y'all don't like Japanese games. I never said that shit. Matter of fact, the people that were saying that shit, y'all capping for because they flip-flopped over and capping for PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? I was always praising Japanese games. I'm always praising other games. Hell, I'm praising Midnight Suns. And you hear me over here fighting for Midnight Suns' life right now.
Yuck.
It's on the R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? But the problem is that I cannot stand that these sit there and thinking that they go with these straw man mentalities. They come with, if you hit them with some shit, like you say, the facts, and they come and you tell them, all right, well, if I say that as an Xbox gamer, I don't support games, let's put out big bank, take little bank. You know what I'm saying? How many games you got? If I got more games than you, how about you buy me a game? If you got more games than me, how about I buy you a game? They never answer back. They never answer back because I know that they don't have more games on Xbox. Now, I'm not saying that there's not PlayStation gamers that has more games, because I'm sure that there are. But the ones that do, they don't say shit. They just play and enjoy gaming. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I love PlayStation. I always have a place. PlayStation will always have a place in my heart. But it's time for them to get their ass on to the bottom of the pack. Let Nintendo, Xbox go ahead and fight for number one. Let PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, and where they need to be. Because they've been filthy, nasty. They've come with these dirty ass tactics. They need to be sent. They need to be sent. Get new management, get new something coming in, and then, you know what I'm saying, let's have a gaming utopia. Till then, you know what I'm saying, I want Xbox to, I really personally do. Yes. I will always support
You're confessing that you're an expert.
Oh, I'm an Xbox dude. I'm an Xbox dude. I will always support PlayStation products or Sony products. I got Sony TVs, Sony speakers, Sony that. Just because I say that, but when I'm looking at it from a gaming aspect, man, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? This right here just gave the bad taste. The $70 shit, raising the price to $50 on their consumers, and then just kind of forcing their agenda on regular people like this, it made me feel some kind of way. I've never felt this way about PlayStation like that. But they've done it. They pushed me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will never come out and say that nobody should ever support PlayStation. Like I said, I will still support PlayStation gaming and stuff. I was on the up and up, and so like, man, I'm gonna give me a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I said I was gonna get one. I don't know if I'm gonna get one. The way that they are making their moves, their strategy, everything that they've done is so anti-consumer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know, man. They're just not the that I loved. Like, you know what I'm saying? The PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era, I love Sony. The innovation, the games, you know what I'm saying? The swag, everything. They don't even have the swag no more. Name me something that Sony has done that's giving you a thought that's like, Yeah, Sony's got that swag. So, no, they don't have that shit no
Their
more.
controller doesn't clickety clack.
Well, okay, it's soft and good, and it moves, and it shit dies in like 2 hours. Okay, got you.
Well, I don't play
Damn,
cordless.
K-Mega, I think
When
you
I'm
need
playing the
to
Series X,
pull it back a little
no,
bit,
it's
bro.
true.
I
It's
just,
You
true.
need to pull it. You need to rein it in, bro. You need
maybe
to
I
get off
do.
that sauce. I know you
Maybe
said
I
you
am.
was drinking.
I
I know you said
reading
you
a
was
bit.
drinking during the
I am.
podcast, and I can
No, I said
clearly tell now. I
Well,
can
no,
clearly tell.
it just bothers me because, like I said, as much
Because
love
here,
as I have
God
for
of War is
PlayStation-
right around the corner, and you're just acting like PlayStation has just like
No,
they
see,
just haven't done
you just
anything.
heard,
They've
you
been sitting
just,
on their hands.
you
DLC?
did no.
We
You
talking
had,
about DLC out
oh
here?
no, see, I'm not
My
doing that.
God, here we go. Here
I'm
we
not
go.
doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that PlayStation does not bring quality products or Sony does not bring quality products because they do. Their TVs are outstanding. Their games are outstanding for some of the games. But regardless, I'm saying in the retrospect of as a consumer, god damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to buy, you know what I'm saying, maybe a console for one of my kids. You know what I'm saying? But you're pressing me to be like, nah, bro, I'm not paying. It's like you're forcing me wanting to do something that shouldn't be done at this point in time. You get like, okay, the $70 price tag, right? God damn it, we gotta get out of here. The $70 price tag. The reason why I got a big problem with it is because these games are still on older consoles. Once these games jump on for consoles, then it's a question that I'll have to look at and I'll have to determine. I'm like, okay, well, these games are for next gen. You know, I can understand the push. Maybe I can understand the push. But these games,
You know what, K-Mega?
Yeah.
I agree with you on that point, just
Okay.
because it's just like the possible game of the year that I think is going to be game of the year.
Yeah.
Was $60.
Right. That's where the problem lies. Like, how can you
That's a great argument right there.
How can you do your fan base like that? And so watch, I know that this will get clipped and chewed and put and misconstrued and used, whatever. Fuck them. I don't care. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Feed your kids off of my motherfucking words. But the fact of it is this is my shit that I got that bothers me is that this company that is saying that they are the console market leaders of this and that. We even know Nintendo is. They're fighting for second place. But it is crazy to me that at the time, and inflation is not only hitting the United States, it's hitting all over the world. You can't read the temperature in the room and not sit there and say
it's worse around here.
Right, it's that's what I'm saying. Like, it's bad. There could be United States could go into a recession. Other places could go into a recession. Other places might get into a small depression. It is incredible to me that this company, and I understand that companies only want money, but damn, when you got a company that is a big conglomerate like Microsoft, big evil company that can pay attention and say, nah, man, we ain't gonna do this. We're gonna sit back and let these cheap ass motherfuckers sit there and just enjoy our Game Pass. That might be what they say, but regardless of it is the fact that people get value. Sony is not giving anybody any value. They're not giving anybody no breaks. If you can't give us a game that came out on the PlayStation 3 and give us a break for celebrating your greatness with titles that love that title, what to say about what this company has become? I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of silly people say, you know, they're paying for innovation and stuff like that. And I'm just like, sure, that's fine. But what is PlayStation doing right now? It's not that Xbox is crushing them with like just the pockets. Like people think it's just Microsoft swinging their wallet around. They're just swinging their... No, not exactly. They're listening to what's going on. That's why they're messing around with people's phones. It's like gaming on phones. That's why they're into the PC market, That's why they're getting these studios that have dealt with these specific things: the PC, the phone, and the console. You check off each list. Come on over. Like, and then not then on top of that, like, people keep in mind, PlayStation is just now with a dev team that's making stuff for older games.
Crazy.
I thought nobody cared about older games. That was
Right.
their message. Their
Right.
message
Yo,
was
Ham.
nobody cared about this stuff.
Right.
So
Yo,
so now
check
you
this
have
shit
a
out, right?
dedicated now you have a dedicated team for this. And like people want to, like I said, people want to blame Microsoft for their money swinging and whatnot, but no one's blaming Sony for taking too long to adjust. They're not adjusting, and Tencent's out there buying everything, Embracer Group's out there buying everything, Microsoft's buying stuff. You know, and those are just the big companies. Those are just the crazy massive companies that are out there buying stuff. Everybody's buying everything. It's a content war right now.
Listen, I
And
knew what. Hold on.
and they're just using one game that bothers them to push this not fair narrative when they've been doing it for years.
Yeah. No.
Ham. I okay. I knew what time it was with Sony when 6 months into after the system dropped, 6 months in, rumors that came out to be true that they were redesigning the PS5. Now there are official pictures out there of the redesigned PlayStation 5 out in the wild. I knew what time it was after that. I was like, whoa, holy shit. That's never happened in the history of gaming.
No.
A redesign of a new console that just came out 6 months ago? That's insane.
Parts, but you raise the price even. Right. I don't know.
That's
like,
scary.
Again, like thing that I said.
I mean,
the
the
pushback
guy
is
in the
like,
chat says it's only 50 pounds, mate. Sure, it's only 50 pounds. But the thing is the other console has more to give you than the thing that's adding more money that literally told you, hey, we're not giving you first party things on our like services and stuff like that, but hey, pay a little bit more for our console now. And it's still hard to find.
and my last point here. Also looking from this perspective, a $70 game stops you from supporting second or third party game. Because that's closer to $100 than it is. I know that's only a $10 difference, but that's a big difference compared to it. And scrape up to, and I know some people say, "Oh, scrape up, then you need to be having your priorities." People know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you sit there and you want to spend your last bit of spending money on your entertainment, which a lot of people, is that you might want, let's just say, for instance, somebody wanted to get NBA 2K, but they really wanted to get The Last of Us remake. Well, yeah, they can pay both, but then they got to put, you got people that got to put themselves in a position, and that's why I just kind of felt that The Last of Us wasn't going to just do blockbuster numbers because of that fact. Because NBA 2K is around. There's other games that's out there that people are going to be looking at as well. That's going to be dropping, plus the stuff that's going to be dropping coming out here next month, and then you're charging $70. The reality is, like, damn, I want to get this game, but I'm just going to wait. Or if I get this game and then maybe I wanted to try to get this other game that maybe was like, $50. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I got a bill to pay, or I got to pay something else, or get gas in my car, also buy groceries, or whatever the case may be. Like, that's the shit that bothers me, is that it's like there's no, and maybe that's why Sony is over here doing the rewards program, starting the awards program themselves, because they see that, well, we got enough PlayStation gamers that will invest into our ecosystem, then maybe we can reward them. But I don't know if Sony is going to sit there and give the same type of output like you get from rewards program on Microsoft. I'm sorry, Loke.
And Kay, you forgot something, bro. A lot of the PlayStation users don't even know that PlayStation has a reward program now.
Right. So crazy situation.
It's not live yet. It's not live yet. It's just been announced that they
It's still in preview?
Yeah, it's not live yet. They haven't even confirmed which regions they're going to cover. I actually remember I tweeted about it a couple of months ago. I was like, dog,
Okay, thank you for the
if
clarification.
the PlayStation rewards program covers Africa, I'm going to officially make my Xbox my exclusive machine. Because right now,
your side piece.
Because right now the side piece is the PS5. I only play the PlayStation exclusives there. Everything else, I'm on Xbox unless I get like a review code from a publisher or a developer for a specific game, and then they send me the PlayStation code. Then I'll play on PlayStation. But if they make the PlayStation rewards available for Africa, goodbye Xbox.
And rightfully so. Xbox is slipping. For whatever reason, they're slipping. So
it's about service. The one thing I don't understand with all these fanatics on both sides, on all three sides, actually four sides with the PC guys. Guys, these companies are supposed to serve us. They're supposed to serve us. You guys are like the psychos that think they serve the government. The government works for us. Microsoft is supposed to kiss our ass. Sony is supposed to kiss our ass. You guys, oh my God, you guys purposely flipped the relationship dynamic here. You want to serve the company. Are you insane? You're asking for them to charge you more. Are you crazy? Oh man, K-Mega, you said you weren't gonna bait me.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. Loke, I really appreciate it. I know it's daytime. It's birds. Probably, you know what I'm saying? You're probably smelling bacon and eggs right now.
Yeah. No, I don't have my monster. I'm gonna have my half day. I'm going to bed around 12. Okay, so I'll be fine.
Bro, stop drinking the monster. That's not good for the heart, bro.
It is not good for the heart.
Okay, sure.
I know he ain't gonna listen, but I'm just saying.
He burned the midnight oil. I really do. I thank you. Bless you, brother, for knowing you're in a whole nother continent, different time. Dedicate. I can't think.
We appreciate you, Lord. I'm at work doing this. Yeah.
Just
make sure I'm always welcome at GRG. That's a gift.
You can come anytime you want to, bro. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the best thing that I
got the keys to the back room, dog.
The best thing that I ever done get to holler at Ham Solo, and then I got to meet you. Y'all are solid. Y'all good. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't call me reasonable. I will embarrass you.
Ham can be solid what he wants to, okay? In case you forget, he is the beacon of destruction. Let's not forget that.
Ham Solo. That's what Ham Solo can rest in piss. Anyway, Ham Solo.
See, he laughing. He didn't deny it. He's just laughing. He didn't deny it.
No, I love Ham, man. I really do. Especially because he does a podcast before he hops on mine. I know that type of dedication. Trust me, I've done it.
Yeah, man is a legend.
He's so Ham. Other than that, you are a beast coming on GRG. But other than that, you're an asshole. Where can they find you at?
Oh man, so yeah, you can find the Beacon of Destruction at Twitter, Ham Solo 05 Gaming is what I go by on Twitter, and then on YouTube, me and Loke share a channel called TSWS Gaming. You should check it out. I'll link it in the chat here in just a little bit. But I do Behind Them Sticks twice a week with different people within the gaming community, whether they work in games or they're just a gamer or they're a podcaster or whatever. This coming week on Tuesday, I got the one and only Jerry Hook coming on.
Nice.
Who was
And
on
I'm
yesterday?
really excited for that. Yesterday was Patrick Macca from Macca's Guides, Macca 91 Productions. He does all the walkthroughs and stuff like that. Huge gamer. He's about to hit 1 million gamer score here shortly.
Nice.
But yeah, I got Jerry Hook coming on this Tuesday. You may have heard of him, may have not, but he was at 343. He was like the lead designer there. Recently left, and I believe it was I think it was March is when he left.
You gotta
and
ask
now
him
he's
about Halo 5 and Locke and Team Osiris. You got to do that for him.
Oh Lord! If submit your questions to my DMs, they are open.
Save Locke.
Listen, listen. You know who you really need to get on your show, Ham? You need to get Leonard Ray on your show.
Okay, you can send me his and just toss me that in my DMs. I can find him.
No, dude, you know Leonard Ray, the dude. That's the intro to your.
I can barely understand what he's saying.
You are botting.
Oh. All right, can you hear me now?
You said the dude that does the intro to the GRG podcast. Is that
No,
that's
to
my
Ham Solo
homegirl
podcast.
Yeah,
Come and talk to me.
Leonard Ray.
Yeah, Leonard Ray.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah, I'll definitely get him on one of these times because
his album is fucking fire, bro.
It's lit. It is.
The other day. That shit is fire. He's dope.
Yeah, he does the intro to my show, I've known him since I was 5 years old. That's a fantastic dude. Yeah. Me and him. His dad used to actually date my mom. It was pretty dope. Like we lived together. We lived together. We used to play games all the time. Like that's one of my best friends of like all time.
Are you singing this to your mom?
I guess that's what his dad was doing. That ain't none of my business, though. That ain't none of my business. Oh my God, y'all! You are out of pocket for that.
You shouldn't have brought that shit up.
That was over the top.
Listen. About your podcast, Ham. I'm looking forward to when you interview Hideo Kojima.
Oh my God!
One
of these days, possibly.
Oh man!
I really want to.
When you make time for him, right?
This man,
I'm K-Meg. I'm trying to get through this outro, but I just can't. I just can't.
Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. So yes, come Tuesday, check out the interview I got with Jerry Hook. He has his own company now, Jar Sparks, that he's a CEO and studio head of. So check out what he's doing on my podcast. And then on Thursday, I got a former IGN freelancer and YouTube creator, BitCloud Gaming coming through. All right.
Stop hating on
I'm done.
Well, no. When you said IGN, freelancer, I just was kind of like,
oh yeah, he sleep. He just fell asleep.
You got one of them on your show right now.
I know, but
I was gonna say.
I know. I did it on purpose.
You sound like EA right now, right? You sound like EA right now.
Listen,
You're throwing shade at me. It's cool.
I am.
She's a twin, but she only likes single player games.
No, anyway, but that's
cold-blooded.
I'm sorry. So you
think you're funny now. You think you're funny.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, how come I don't get to say where they can find me, etc., etc.?
No. I'm letting him finish. But I mean, I was doing that.
He done finished.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
He
done.
wiped and everything.
Well,
It's dry.
I'm
no.
finished.
No, not if he doesn't
Sheesh.
use what is those
A
things called?
Kleenex.
A duvet. No, what is those things called that squirt the water
Bidet?
gas? A bidet. Yes. That's what gets you clean.
All right.
Right.
Man, gotta be
This
stopped.
is not awkward.
I gotta be stopped. Anyway,
So can I go ahead?
Yes, Loke. Where can they find you at?
Okay, first off, I think a whole bunch of people that were watching this show
Yes.
went to Twitter, looked for me, and they followed. I just want to say, if you're still watching, I'm not a fanboy. You're going to be very disappointed if you follow me. I will crap on all consoles equally. If you got the wrong idea here, thinking I'm like Xbox all the way, I'm sorry. Just go back to your Twitter and unfollow me.
Oh my god.
It's like 7-8 people, and all of them, K-Mega, all of them follow you as well. That's why I'm saying, like, guys, don't get it twisted.
I am an Xbox. Listen,
You will
hold
be
on, wait a minute.
disappointed.
I am a fair Xbox gamer. I do not sit here and slander to say PlayStation needs to go away. I just think that PlayStation. That's all. That's it. And so usually people who follow me are like-minded people. Most of them, anyway.
Exactly.
They make it sound drunk as a motherfucker right now.
If they are fanatics, guys, I will praise the crap out of Sony when God of War comes out. Just save yourself some heartache. Unfollow me and move on. I'm not a fanboy. I'm sorry. I will shit and praise everyone based on their merits. I don't have a preference. As for where you can find me, clearly y'all know where to find me. So, yeah, that was it. Goodbye. Thank you.
Oh my God. And Yobi! You know what I'm saying? Not Zobi, but Yobi! You know what I'm saying? Can't get those two confused because they are definitely different. Dragonheart Yobi. My man, my ace. What's going on with you, man? Where they find you at, brother?
Man, listen, I've been working nonstop, but I finally got a day off yesterday, so that's why I was able to come on tonight because I am rejuvenated. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Dragonheart Yobi, Instagram, Dragonheart Yobi, Twitch, Dragonheart Yobi, YouTube, Dragonheart Yobi TV, and every Tuesday night on the Retro Renegades podcast at 7 p.m. The best podcast on a Tuesday where we talk our shit. We don't give a fuck. We the best shit on Tuesday. We play games. We play old games. Like we talk shit. We drink beer, not beer, beer. Peace, love, life. You know what it is.
And this is K Mega, and you can find me on.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I see. I don't even hear.
Yo, what happened to Ham?
Ham trying to be slick. See, I was gonna be nice to him and apologize, but now he fucked up because you know what? This is what
he knew at this moment he fucked up.
Yeah. This is right here. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Where we at? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look for it before.
What he say?
This is what Homeboy said to his mom.
These nuts.
Anyway. Oh my God. Anyway, so the homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Hopefully he comes on to your podcast after what he did to his mama because I got the clip. This is what she said.
Oh, that's cold.
Come in my ass and call me Obama.
Call me Obama.
Oh my God.
This man gotta go. You gotta go.
Let's go.
It's over.
Let's go. This is too much. This is too much. I'm gonna get blocked by IGN. What the fuck? I won't get another review code. What the hell? Fuck.
God. Anyway, man, we out here. Peace. Good night. Oh my God. Oh shit.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.